Coming.
Can you put a bit softer, please, Brian?
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, I'm going to try and say it with as much positive energy as I can this morning. It's a very good morning. I know it might not feel like it to some, but it's going to be okay. Good morning. How are you, you beautiful people? How are you, my friends?
How are you, flower boy? I'm loving what I'm seeing over here.
I needed to even brighten myself up a little bit this morning. And you might be thinking, hey, he's wearing monochromes, okay? But I'm absolutely loving the look. And I needed to be inspired this morning because we sucked.
Oh.
We sucked this weekend.
We're just going to go straight into it. Okay, not a warning,
we've got
nothing.
to rip the Band-Aid right off. Yes, I know sport wasn't great this weekend from a South African perspective, but Mama told me there'd be days like this, okay?
Oh, this is true.
So we're going to temper it with the best show we've had all year.
Okay, let's try at least. It is a brand new day, especially right here on Expresso. And we're stepping into September with Heritage Month in full swing,
Yay.
all right? We're opening up an important conversation on multiracial coupling and the beautiful ways that love navigates culture and also connection. One of my favorite girlies, Judy, is coming on through to talk about that.
This one is going to be fun. I have a feeling it's going to be a little bit spicy as well, which we love.
Yep.
And then speaking of which, we will be back in the kitchen for something hopefully quite spicy. Now, spring is here, and we're trying to emulate that. We have got some of the freshest seasonal fruits and veggies, and we're going to do them proud. Hopefully, do them honor in the kitchen. We'll be whipping up 2 delicious recipes.
All right.
How does this sound? A zesty stir-fried asparagus with garlic and ginger.
Okay.
Wow, okay, I'm trying to figure out what classification to put that in. Plus a blue cheese, blueberry and apple spring salad.
What?
What classification are you going to put that in?
You know what? All of the above. I choose
just...
C as an option. Yes, please, is what I'm saying. That sounds really good. I never had that combination before, but I'm open to it. And then to keep the vibes going and flowing, we've got the incredible Cameron Ward and the Cameron Ward Foundation Senior Band entertaining us throughout this morning. So it's going to be fun, so much flavor, so much heritage, and so much goodness coming your way.
I think this is generational wealth when it comes to music.
Agreed.
I'm going to let that sink in while you try to wrap your head around the news headlines of the day. Yes, I know on a sporting front it's going to be very, very frustrating for us to deal with, but we got to do it. In just a moment, I'll be dealing with the Springboks losing to the All Blacks, 24-17. There is the scoreline. I know it looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? But it was going to take a lot to beat them in Eden Park. In fact, maybe more than we had on the day. But kudos to the All Blacks. We will get into that result in just a moment after our news headlines.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's get into those national news headlines to kickstart this Monday. And we start here where International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola welcomed U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to send Vice President J.D. Vance to the G20 summit in Johannesburg in November after Trump confirmed he would skip this year's event. Now, despite past tensions, including tariffs, expelled ambassadors, and disagreements over redress legislation, Lamola stressed that the summit agenda remains intact. Now, he expressed readiness to engage with Vance to strengthen cooperation, ensuring G20 outcomes reflect ambitious and constructive international collaboration, and that's between South Africa and the United States. In other national news, Deputy President Paul Mashatile highlighted government efforts to reduce fatalities among police officers at SAP's Commemoration Day, honouring 27 officers killed in the past year. Now, measures include resourcing specialised units, investing in technology, improving intelligence and tightening laws against criminal targeting police. Officers were reminded to use service firearms proportionally, while concerns over internal corruption were raised. Now, Mashatile noted the upcoming Madlanga Commission investigating criminality, political interference and corruption, emphasizing the importance of safeguarding law enforcement as well as maintaining public trust. Now let's take a look further afield at your international news-making headlines, where South Sudan has repatriated Mexican national Jesus Munez Gutierrez, who was convicted of second-degree murder and serving a life sentence after he was deported from the United States in July. Now, Mexico provided assurances that he would not face torture, inhumane treatment, or even unfair prosecution upon arrival. Now, he was handed over to Mexico's ambassador, Alejandro Ives Estevil, in Juba. Authorities emphasized South Sudan's commitment to safely returning 6 other third-country nationals deported from the U.S., underscoring international cooperation and respect for human rights in repatriation processes. Meanwhile, Ukraine's Air Force reported that Russia launched 805 drones and 13 missiles Saturday night, with 751 drones and 4 missiles intercepted. Now, the largest drone offensive since the war started in February 2022 struck Kiev and other cities, killing at least 4, including a mother and baby, and injuring more than 20. Now, several buildings were set ablaze, including Kiev's government office. Ukrainian authorities also noted damage to a pipeline in Bryansk, supplying oil to Hungary and Slovakia, while Russian media reported air defenses shot down 69 Ukrainian drones. And finally, for your first bit of news, we close off here at the Sunbet Arena in Pretoria that lit up with joy on Saturday as the Ubuntu with Korean Culture Festival brought South African and South Korean talent together. And that's ahead of South Africa's G20 summit hosting. Now, thousands attended, with K-pop star A-Lee making history as the first South Korean soloist to perform in South Africa, visibly moved by the crowd's love. The Ndlovu Youth Choir paid tribute to Hugh Masekela before dazzling with a BTS hit turned Amapiano anthem. From the K-Tigers' thrilling taekwondo stunts to a vibrant hanbok fashion show, the event overflowed with color, energy, and of course unity, celebrating true Ubuntu across cultures. A beautiful way to close up your first bit of news on this Heritage Month. Let's get into some sporting highlights.
After that, it's weird that all I can hear is I break into a million pieces and I can't go back. Okay, if you know, you know. That's kind of how I think we all feel after the sporting weekend. It was a tough one. Let's start with kudos to the All Blacks. They were in sublime form, beating the Springboks 24-17 in what turned out to be a fierce rugby championship clash expected at Eden Park, now extending their unbeaten run at the venue to 51 games. It was always going to be tough. So early tries to Emoni Narawa and Will Jordan set the tone, while Ari Sabia showed a real turnaround in form, marked his 100th test with a crucial late turnover. South Africa did rally through Malcolm Marx and Kobus Reinach, but errors proving too costly in the end. Now let's turn into football, and in that lane, South Africa strengthening their World Cup qualifying hopes with a very strong 3-0 win over Lesotho in Bloemfontein over the weekend. Mogao and Kota opening the scoring before second-half goals from Lyle Foster and Osman Apollos sealed the result. So Bafana now remain 5 points clear at the top of Group C and are favourites to secure direct qualification as a result. Now let's get on to the cricketing path, and Jofra Archer absolutely destroying us. He ripped through South Africa's top order with 4 for 10 as England sealed a record 342-run ODI victory at Southampton. So centuries from Jacob Bethel and Joe Root powered England to 414 for 5. Numbers of the Proteas then collapsed to 72 all out. And despite losing the Series 2-1, England's win now marking the biggest margin in ODI history. So certainly get some bragging rights there. Now let's get back into the rugby. In France, they were in sublime form last night. They overpowered the Springbok women 57-10 in Northampton to now top their World Cup pool. So at one point, sadly reduced to 14 players after Chumisa Kwawe's red card. That was a yellow that was upgraded to a red. South Africa struggled defensively, France running in 9 tries. Nadine Roos did fight that battle. She scored a late consolation try, but the Boks now face a daunting quarter-final prospect up against New Zealand in Exeter on Saturday. But hey, we've beaten them on home soil, and maybe this was just the test we needed for this incredible squad. But still unbelievably proud of the ladies. They're going through to the quarterfinals of the Rugby World Cup. And we're going to chat about a lot more sports, so brace yourself for that. But right now, got to brace for a whole new week and the weather that's coming with it, and I think a few warnings we have to take note of.
Well, thank you, G-Man. Let's have a first look at the weather, where the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 4 warning, and that is for severe thunderstorms over northwestern KwaZulu-Natal, bringing strong winds along with it, as well as heavy lightning and hail likely to damage infrastructure, vehicles, and cause major travel disruptions. Now, a yellow level 2 warning has been issued for western KwaZulu-Natal, central and escarpment areas of Mpumalanga, and the extreme east of the Free State, where localized damage is possible. Meanwhile, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over western northwest, as well as parts of the Northern Cape. And all of that brings us to our favorite part of the morning, our sunrise view of the hour. It happens every hour, and this time around, Priya Moodley got us kick-started at Tungar in the KZN region. My goodness, how beautiful is that? And I maintain that Western Cape, is one of my favorite provinces ever. Top 2 and not 2, thank you so much for sharing such a stunning morning view with us, and we wish you nothing but the most blessed day, Priya. 26 degrees, in fact, is what you will be rewarded with for that gorgeous morning view that you have shared with us. And listen, Mzansi, if you feel like you could possibly top that, 063-0369649 is that number to snap away on and send it through. Priya set the standard, but let's see where you are going to go. For now, though, let's see what your temperatures are looking like for the first time this morning.
That is a beautiful picture to waft through the room too, and my beautiful friend has wafted off to go and get dressed to go and train in just a moment. So if you're ready to get energized, start preparing the mind and the body. Carissa's going to work out in just a second. But before we look forward, let's look back a little bit. A weekend rewind, if you will. What did you guys get up to? Please, we want to know. In fact, we want to live vicariously through you. So share pictures, share some voice notes, some videos. If you've got our WhatsApp line 063-036-9649. And of course, hashtag Expresso Show, so we know what you're talking about. We had an amazing weekend. It was Riles Bachelors. No photos allowed, I think. And if some have surfaced, I apologize in advance. Absolute blast of a weekend, connecting with the most beautiful people ahead of Riles' big weekend. Next weekend, him and Mel getting married. So it felt unbelievably special. Maybe you had a moment like that. Maybe you were taking part in a sports festival, rugby festivals all over the country. I saw heroic young sportsmen this weekend that kind of tempered the way I feel about South African sport this weekend. 063-046-9643. Let us know how your weekend went down. We'd love to hear from you. Then we're going to get you moving in just a moment, get those cobwebs out of the system, the rust. Don't worry, we want a full body workout to help you get motivated from the inside out. And then I have a feeling some critical thinking is going to be required this week. And we started something brilliant last Monday, giving that Monday motivation. I need it this morning. I have a feeling you might need a little dose as well. We'll see you after this.
Only you can make my day.
In today's world.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, in unison.
You were motivated there. I like that, eh?
I felt it within my bones. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I hope you also got changed into some tackies and some fitness clothes because it is a Monday and we're moving this
I think you broke a record just in getting changed there.
That was quick, eh?
Because we put a lot of effort into getting dressed in the first place. You don't understand. Hectic
You're
stuff.
out of breath, I won't lie.
But we introduced something last weekend that kind of goes hand in hand, excuse the pun, with the physical exercise, a shift in the mental mindset. And on a Monday, do we not need this?
Oh my gosh, it's the
Just
most
a
important thing. Come on, it's Motivational Monday, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, where hope meets action and a fresh mindset sets the tone for the week ahead.
Yes.
Now, every single Monday, we bring you a powerful message to spark reflection and shift perspectives, as well as inspire South Africans to step into their week with purpose. And today is no different. We've got a video that I think is really going to put our minds in a different position. So let's have a look right now.
Let's go for it.
What's your favorite quote?
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
You got something
That's
in
kind
life you complaining about and you're not changing it. Could be your relationships, your body, your health, your job. You're choosing.
Ooh.
You're going to serve us like that.
Oh, my
You're going to do that.
goodness. You're
And
not changing, you're choosing.
I hate to say it, but we like to choose to complain a lot.
Oh, we
I
do.
a lot. I complain, and I've been trying to keep myself kind of checked in that lane because you kind of feel like you're starting to manifest with the amount of energy you're putting into that side. Never thought of it like that.
Oh, my
If you're not
gosh.
doing something about it, you're choosing to
That's a
keep
decision.
it the way that it is, and that's a choice.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, I'm inspired right now.
What are you gonna change?
I am going to choose to change my mindset about fitness. It's not punishment, it's good for you. So let's get into
It's making you better. It's
It is
making you
making you
stronger.
better. Exactly.
It's not making me jealous at all. Go for it, girl. You own this space, baby. You
All
own
right,
it.
let's get into it. I hope that you're ready for something so good right now because we're going to be joined right here in our fitness space by fitness studio owner and personal trainer Anva Alexander, who's here to help us kickstart the week with a dynamic workout that just gets the heart pumping, the muscles firing, and motivation soaring. So please give it up for Anva.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. So, guys, what we have for you today is a full body workout just using our body weight, okay? In my studio, each studios, we love to just start the Monday with some body weight work just to get ready for the rest of the week
I
with some
get
heart
you.
training that's going to be ahead for the rest of the week. So right now, pretty simple. We're just going to get into it, a little bit of a warm-up first before we get into the workout. In the workout today, we got 4 movements. 4 movements, all body weight movements. Like I said, you can do it in the comfort of your own home. What I'm gonna have to do, we're gonna put it into 2 sections. On the second part of the workout, I will be doing something a little bit more difficult, what we call a progression, and you will just be staying on the same.
Hey,
one
what
we
if
did
I
the
want to
first round.
progress with you, Anva? Come on,
But then
man.
the people at home won't be able to know the ones that
I
cannot
get
progress.
you, I
Okay,
get
so we're
you.
going to start it off pretty simple. We're going to start with our feet nice and wide open.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go into a windmill. Okay, so we're going to swing to one foot with our arm behind us and then swing to the other. We're going to do about 20 seconds of these. Nice and easy. Okay, you'll feel that stretch in your hamstring, and what you're also doing with this one is that you're opening up that spine, okay, your upper body as well.
Oh, I feel it. for
Yeah,
sure.
so we're gonna go for another 10 seconds. Okay, everything is opening up nice and easy. And in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, right now we're gonna bring our feet hip width apart. Okay, and we're gonna lift that knee up and pull it across your body just to open up those hips a little bit. Okay, because we're gonna be getting into our squats. Okay, if your hips are nice and tight, you're always gonna struggle to squat all day long. Okay.
Sometimes we skip the warm-up because we just
Yeah,
go
the
straight
warm is
into
very
it.
important. You know, it's sort of like, you know, when you cook something and you put oil in the pan. That's what the warm up is. You
Okay,
know?
okay. I like that
Okay.
analogy.
And in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here we're just gonna lock our arms out in front and pull our shoulders back and make sure we expand our chest each time we pull our arms back. And we feel that stretch in our shoulders because there's gonna be some push-ups today. We're gonna be on our hands a little bit for the day as
Okay,
well.
I'll do the what do you call it? You doing the progression, I'm doing the?
Degression.
I'm doing, that doesn't sound great. I'll do the
Okay.
digression.
And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab my clock out for each work movement. We're gonna do about 30 seconds of
Okay,
work. Okay. So I got my clock out here. Okay. So our first move we're gonna start with is just your basic body weight squat. Okay. Squats build you know, the lower body, which is our base for living, okay? We move with our legs, we sit down, we stand up. And if you're at home, if you generally struggle with squats, I want you to grab yourself a chair.
Yeah.
And if you struggle with a squat, you can just sit down and stand up on a chair, okay? So we're gonna have our feet shoulder width apart with our toes slightly pointed outwards. Okay, as we sink down in a squat, we wanna focus on driving the knee outwards, keeping our chest nice and upright and our core nice and tight. And remember, we don't drop straight down, we wanna sit back onto our glutes as we drop into the squat, okay? So we're starting in 3, 2, 1, and we got 30 seconds working at squats, driving that knees out and standing up nice and controlled, okay? So just remember, when we move into the next part of the workout, the second 4 movements, you are going to stay on the squat for me, okay? And I will progress the movement.
I'll degress for you, don't worry.
We got 15 more seconds.
Sure. It's quite a deep squat too.
Yeah, get nice and deep as you can. Remember what I said? If you struggle with this, just grab yourself a chair and sit down and stand up. Okay, and in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, Clarissa, next one we're gonna go onto our knees. You're gonna be on your knees, I'm gonna be on my feet. You're gonna have the hands stacked underneath the shoulders and slightly outside of the shoulders. And then as we drop down into push-ups, we wanna get that elbows to 90 degrees, get as low as we can.
Can I do the other?
Of course you can, just make sure you keep that hands under the shoulders and keep it going on these push-ups, getting nice and deep. And try and exhale each time you come up. Blow out, inhale as you go down, exhale as you come up. Okay, keep it going. We got about 10 more seconds. That's
my goal this year to do like a proper push-up.
full push-up.
By the end of
And in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, next one, we're jumping back onto our feet, okay? Next one, we're gonna sink into a reverse lunge. You wanna get the legs back as far as you can for both legs to drop down 90 degrees. And you wanna get it nice and low to the ground. You're gonna alternate that leg each time. Keep your core tight as you take that leg down to the ground. That's it, nice and controlled. Try and get both legs at 90 degrees. And again, don't collapse your upper body, okay? And if you're struggling to keep your balance on this one, that same chair that you use for the squats, I want you to hold onto that just to keep your upper body nice and upright. And we got 10 more seconds here. That's it. And in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're back down to the floor, okay? And we're going into what we call a plank. Okay, so elbows underneath the shoulders. Feet hip width apart, and I want you to do it on your knees. Only thing you do on your knees, keep your feet up, just like you're doing right now. Okay, and let's hold that plank. Keep your core nice and braced, and keep breathing throughout the whole movement. Okay, don't let your hips collapse in. So suck your tummy in a little bit. That's it, keep it there. Okay, we got 15 more seconds in this position.
We got this, let's go.
Remember, after this, guys, we're jumping back onto our feet, back into the squats again.
All right.
And in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're back into our squats again, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be pulsing in the squat position, and you just keep continuing.
Okay.
The pulse is going to create more tension onto the muscles. 3, 2, 1. So I go down, I come up halfway, and then I come up, okay?
Okay.
That extra bit of tension on the muscles does burn a little bit. So if you don't need to do it, you don't need to do it. A regular squat. She's doing it absolutely perfectly.
Yes.
As you can see, the knees are driving out, and she's getting nice and deep in. Okay, so that extra bit of pulse is just helping me get some more burn onto my legs. Okay, we're gonna go for about 5 more seconds here. That's it.
Oh, I've got enough burn.
2, and 1, okay. Then we get back down to the ground again.
We're gonna do a strong finisher.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna
load
load that push-up up. I'm gonna load the legs and come into that
You know
push-up.
what, Anva, you go ahead and do that.
Okay, let's go. You stick on the knees. I load the
I'm
legs.
gonna continue here. And
Into
let's see
push-up.
if I can test you. Can you talk at the same time and tell us, Anva, where can we find you? Where can people connect
Of course
with
I
you?
can. So I own a group of studios called Heat Studios. We got one studio based in Century City and one based in Brackenfell.
Nice.
You can visit our website, heatstudios.co.za, claim a free week trial and come see how we train.
Oh.
We have a lot of focus on strength and conditioning, a lot of focus on hybrid training as well. Okay. Let's jump on our feet.
Okay.
Everybody's trying to be hybrid nowadays because it's a popular fitness race. So yeah, come and train with us and we can definitely get you ready for those races.
Okay, well, Amber, I got a taste of it right now. We're going to do a strong finisher as we head on over to talk about other things to do with sports. So let's get into it. What's our final
so for
move?
our final one, we're going back into that plank, and I'll be doing a plank up-down.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll get into our plank, up, down with him, the digression with me. And then, G-Man, tell us what's to come.
Okay. Put your hands on your shoulders.
I think I got a bit of bachelor's rust this morning, so I'm going to just move slowly. Now, we're taking everything slowly this morning. Are you okay after the rugby yesterday,
It
girl?
was a tough weekend, hey, but we knew it was going to be tough. but I think we've got a lot to talk about.
We do, because the battle isn't over yet. Of course, the Springbok women, they faced a trial yesterday up against a Le Bleu that is on fire. But we've still got the small matter of New Zealand to contend with this weekend. Come on. Maybe this was the test we needed to sharpen that blade. I don't know. So he's going to take us inside the rugby playing mindset in just a moment to hopefully figure it all out. We'll see now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Yes, sport was a bit of a bitter pill to swallow this weekend, but it's our job to deal with it, okay? Because we are that passionately behind our women and our gents, because they probably need us right now. The Springboks came agonizingly close, but couldn't crack the All Blacks Eden Park fortress. Mistakes costing us, lost lineouts proving too costly in the end, but it's stuff that's in our control. 24-17, the defeat there. And then meanwhile, the Bok women, they battled hard despite a red card that was just too much with Nadine Roos. A brilliant solo effort at the end there, because she's my girl, offering a late highlight in what I would imagine would have been a bruising loss to France. And we're joined by two-time rugby commentator and content creator, and Zoe Human, False Bay women's rugby star and rugby MC. I'm sure feeling a little glum this morning, guys.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, man. Let's start with the box, because I suppose we've got to deal with it.
Yeah.
I had one eye on the game, but I realized I'd emotionally divorced myself whilst watching schoolboy rugby in the morning. Thankfully, good schoolboy rugby. How do we put this in perspective? It was always going to be mission impossible, but we came close.
Yeah, listen, I mean, history was against us from the get-go at Eden Park. So we were up against a massive mountain to climb, as well as we had Motivation as well, beating them 4 times in a row. So we had something to talk about, but it's at Eden Park. So I think it was a roll of the dice. I think we could have been there, but a few calls here and there.
Was it Villy? Was it? Can you put it down to a player? Was it mindset? Was it tactics going into this? We played a very old, very rich squad, but not really representing the young stars that have emerged this year.
In those conditions, I feel like it favoured them. Rumour has it they called in some sprinklers before the game just to make it a wet surface.
Fair game.
So we struggled, but with our handling errors, quite shocking if I should say the least. Very uncharacteristic as well. And I mean, the All Blacks, they usually die out in 60 minutes. Yeah, see, but this time they just carried on fighting.
It felt like an All Black side of old.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's going to be a very tough one to get over these ones, because they were keen on that day.
It feels like on these weekends we love to transfer. So we always put it on the Proteas to win it, so that the Springboks can win it, so that the Springbok women can win it.
Yeah, we need that momentum.
Yeah, there was a lot of things counting against the Springboks going into this one, but I think maybe good for rugby. And I hate to say it, but it's always nice to have the All Blacks at least carrying a bit of that mantle, and they were playing like the All Blacks of old. That's great.
For sure.
We are now tempering our expectations about the Rugby Championship and moving to the World Cup.
Yes.
We knew this was going to be an uphill battle. Did you expect it? Obviously, the red card was just too costly. I think 3 tries or nearly 4 tries in that period. Can you recover from something like that?
I think we went into this game knowing the hardship that we had in front of us. I think when we spoke on Friday, or I spoke with Ryle, we didn't have our lineup yet. And I think no one thinks that that's the strongest lineup moving forward. But that was a decision that we had to make, because if we're going to these knockouts...
Yeah, we've got New Zealand.
We were, well, I guess there's the hope that maybe we'd have Ireland instead, and it might be a slightly easier choice. But I think regardless of who we played against France, it was going to be a hard knockout for us. So better to have rested the players. But yeah, that red card, eh? I'm not convinced.
I thought it was going to be a straight red because it was direct head
really?
contact.
I thought there was a lot of mitigation in
Emotion
it.
just makes it look worse.
And you're dealing with an imbalance in height and all the things that... So we understand, but you've got to do it. You've got to be able to protect the players, and at least we were able to come back to a full complement, but it made absolutely no difference.
Yeah.
As a coach, do you put this in perspective as one of those moments, a learning, or how do you put it in perspective when you've got, so in the context of France, building momentum at just the right time? I think other teams would be fearing them now because they look clinical, free-flowing, they just hit all the right notes. From a South African perspective, do we just sweep this under the carpet, or do you learn from it?
I mean, of course, you learn from it. I mean, Swayze to Brain, take a bow. He's done an incredible job with
Phenomenal.
women. So, I mean, judging from how far they've come up until now, I mean, it's the first time where they got you to a playoff spot. 2010, 2014, knocked out in the pool stages. And, I mean, I was ecstatic. On my WhatsApp, I was singing all the time, like, yo, please, do it. But also, on the contrary, France, they've been there before. They, as you mentioned, they're peaking at the right time.
They're playing
they've got the professionalism.
Yeah, for sure. So, and I mean, of course, with us, it's just a building block. We just spoke about it now. It's like just building blocks. We looking for the next one.
I think we love the underdog, but I think we need to be realistic to a certain point as to how much we really have given our ladies. Maybe, yes, in the last 2 years we've got a lot going, but imagine if we gave them the resources at the level that any of those Six Nations team have. We would be there.
It's not just, and I've realized now, not just the resources, it's the ecosystem. And if you look at how we have benefited from the male game being plugged into a Northern Hemisphere system, that's been happening with the women's game within European rugby for a long time, within Southern Hemisphere rugby for a long time. It's a massive disparity.
And then we have the Black Ferns, and we're like, okay, never mind.
We've beaten them
Never mind.
That's the thing. We beat them, though, right? Yeah.
No, but it's not the same. It's not the
Well,
same.
if I was the coach, I'd be saying it's the same jersey, it's the same logo, it's the same DNA, and we've proven what we can do. If anything needs to shift, because we play a very strong physical game, our forwards are dominating, and that seems to be the kind of watchword, but we are the fairy tale team of this World Cup. What do we do against a full-strength Black Ferns this weekend?
We make our tackles for a change. I think we will see a very different lineup, and I think that will definitely change the energy of the team. Nadine Ruese, she was so strong. I think if we have her in the same form, I don't know what position I want her in now, though. I keep on telling you, I love her at 9, but then, you know, you put her in 10, you put her in 15.
Exactly, yeah.
She has a lot of momentum.
Would you shift her? I like, we've got a strong centre berth. Our tackles are hard when they land. Fullback, maybe we're playing against some really big, tall, ranging, physical fullbacks, so having a bit more size there, but I don't know where...
Yeah, no, look, even Nadine herself, she says that she doesn't care where she plays, whether it's 9, 10 or 15. But for me, preferably, I'd put it at 15 just for counter-attack prowess. But also Libby at the back as well, though. It's like she's got the height, she's got the aerial skills. So, I mean, it depends on the circumstances of the game. But any day, I'll put Nadine, those counter-attacks. She's short, very quick, and
the way she ran for that try-saving tackle.
Don't mess with my team, man. Keep her at 9. Let's keep 9 and 10 in the channel. Just absolutely beautiful. Can you believe? Can you see a way that we can do this? And remember, this is South Africa, and we generally follow a weekend like this with some record-breaking thing next weekend. So I'm just saying, you're on the manifestation station right now. How are you feeling about this game? Can we do it?
Is it better to be kind or better to be right? You know what I mean? Because do I think we're going to beat the Black Ferns? No, I don't. I think we've probably capped our strength, but I think
our check,
I think we're going to still bring a lot of hope. We're going to bring the resilience, and we're going to put the effort in whatever the outcome. Do I want to be morbid and say we're going to lose? No.
I appreciate you, because I'm like a Labrador. I'm only seeing like a 56-0 win, you know?
Yeah, no, look, I mean, you just mentioned as well, right here in Athlone, when they played, I think, a warm-up game just a few weeks ago, watered down side, we got the victory, good morale boost before the World Cup. But now, so it's a World Cup squad now that we'll be playing against.
We've got the Stacey Wackers.
Yeah, so I think also...
3 World Cups, I think.
So it's a tough one. Just rather rotate. I mean, okay, you're not in the contention anymore. Okay, just play those fringe players. Just get the experience, also build some depth. There's also a rugby championship coming up now as well. So just get the depth, get the experience going, and then get those caps
I feel like this is the IPL draft phase of the tournament where clubs get to see the best players in the world as individuals as well.
Touché.
Best part about the game, I've got to say, from a male perspective, was listening to my 8-year-old son arguing with his mother about keeping the rugby on and him justifying why we needed to watch our women play last night. And it was I've never heard that conversation before from a young boy talking about women's rugby. So I know we're getting legions of girl fans to rugby because of the Springbok women, but kudos, because I think you're dragging the whole country along. Well done. I believe we can do it, and we will find out next weekend. I absolutely love the both of you. Thank you for filling my cup back up. Now let's fill the plate, I think.
There we go.
Oh, Gray, I've got you covered when it comes to filling our plates with something absolutely delicious. Because listen, as we step into spring, nature is just serving up a vibrant plate of colors and also flavor. Now we've got juicy pineapple, zesty citrus, to tender asparagus, which we'll definitely be using today, and fresh leafy greens. This season, it's all about the produce that is lighter, but of course, packed with so much nutrients. Now we're going to run through a couple of those right now, but of course, compadre has to do it along with me. How do you feel about apples?
I love apples. I made the mistake of buying extra apples without knowing that we had not run out of the other apples. So my fridge is just filled with apples.
I'm glad, because we have a recipe that you could probably use half the apples for today.
Ooh, and some of them are on that side of their apple journey.
Exactly.
So, okay, I'm down with that. No, I absolutely love apples.
My favorite apple is I think it's a Granny Smith apple. That's the sour ones. They're so delicious. But, I mean, by any name, they're still as good. They're packed with so many things like fiber. They make for a great snack because they're also low in calories. I always pop one in my bag for when I'm feeling a bit peckish as well.
Yeah, and it's nice. It's kind of like instantly accessible energy as well. I suppose in the form that we first got energy from nature.
That's what
I
I'm
absolutely
saying.
love. It's like the first energy booster. I like that as well. It also helps with your digestion.
It does.
And if you think of like the old wives' tales and those kind of family little secrets, it's amazing how often an apple is involved in some way or another.
An apple a day. What do they say? It keeps the doctor and the baddies away, okay? It also has vitamin C, which I didn't actually know came in apples too, which boosts immunity, which we
quite a high
need
volume,
exactly in these changing season. Great for the skin as well. But my favorite thing about apples that they actually share with blueberries and a lot of like dark fruit is that they're very high in antioxidants. So it's going to be so good for you when it comes to your heart health in particular.
Plants are your medicine. I keep
keep
saying this.
saying.
Vitally important. The blueberries I love as well, and they're just looking more and more gorgeous. When you talk about antioxidants, a powerhouse.
Absolutely.
Rich in, and I'm going to say this, hopefully, right? Anthocyanine, okay? I'm probably saying that completely wrong, but it's vital. It helps to protect cells from damage, and constantly we are breaking down. You need to put back in. Vitamin C and vitamin K, we hear a lot more support there, and they support immune health. Even in this season, you still need it. Bone strength and healing.
Yeah, they're also low in GI. So anytime you see bread that's low GI, anytime you see fruit that's low GI, please reach for it, because it kind of provides the steady release of energy throughout the day. Does not spike your blood sugar. Personally, I go for a handful, and I'm like, I'm going to enjoy that for me.
No, I go for more than one.
More than one. You're allowed. You're allowed.
It's pointless even buying the little buckies because I just go through
Serving for one.
But they really do work, and there now a lot of research hinting towards brain-boosting benefits. Studies showing that blueberries can support memory and cognitive function. And there's, I suppose, a natural connection to our kids' lunchboxes for a reason.
Absolutely.
It's a great little energy boost at the right time, but it's also giving them so much else. I
love that. Okay, so we're going to have apples and blueberries in a salad a little bit later.
Love the sound of that.
We're starting the first recipe with asparagus. Now, this is not something that I usually reach for, but I think I'm going to start because it's also low in calories, it's a theme throughout the day, but high in nutrients, which is most important. And it is so rich in fiber, folate, and all the vitamins. Vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin K, which makes it so good. In this little spear, it makes it so good for
and
you.
it's nice to cook with.
Yes.
Its flavor develops beautifully as well in the different ways that you cook it. Also a natural detoxifier.
Incredible.
It contains a glutathione, and that's an antioxidant that helps the body eliminate toxins. And trust me, after a weekend like this, you probably need a bit of a flush. It supports healthy digestion as well. It's got that great fiber, as Carissa said, and it's actually got prebiotics that feed the good gut bacteria.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that's where it starts. It's amazing how many health discussions arrive and end at that point.
Yep.
The gut.
It's the second brain. I mean,
It
come
really is.
on.
Well, maybe the first brain.
For you.
Maybe it's the first brain. Well, now that we know what is being packed into our beautiful menu this morning, there you have it. Spring has sprung and it's producing fruits and vegetables that are packed with the right kind of nutrients, all the beneficial stuff. So stay tuned. A little bit later, we are going to be making 2 delicious spring-inspired dishes using these ingredients discussed. So we're talking about a zesty stir-fried asparagus with garlic and ginger and blueberry. And then what are we going to chase that with?
Okay, blueberry and blue cheese as well as apple spring salad. You can add chicken or not, but I'm telling you, you won't even miss it.
The apple and the blue cheese, the crunch and the soft.
Oh, and the funk. Oh, come on.
Okay.
I'm so here for it.
I wasn't as emotionally invested in the tennis, thankfully, as the rugby and the cricket, so this should be a little bit easier. We're talking US Open after this.
Very excited. Can I steal?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for choosing to start your week with us. Let's talk a little tennis. Look at how my mood lifts because I'm not emotionally invested in this particular sport. Aryna Sabalenka, however, is. What a performance. She powered past Amanda Anisimova in straight sets to defend her US Open crown, sealing her 4th Grand Slam title and extending her remarkable tie-break streak on the back of some major losses as well. So mental strength there. Then on the men's side, he's done it. Carlos Alcaraz, he's avenged his Wimbledon defeat to Yannick Sinner. They both look good, but he won out in 4 sets to reclaim the world #1 ranking as well and lift his 2nd US Open trophy. It's a golden era we are entering, and to unpack all the drama from the action-packed weekend, we are joined by tennis coach Ricky Solomon and tennis enthusiast Nasli Abrahams. Thank you so much for joining us.
Mornings.
You're very happy this morning, eh? We got some good tennis. This US Open gave us some massive moments. I love it. Sabalenka, some BMT on another level.
Really, because Anisimova has a winning record against her.
And they've got a lacquer spark there. There's a nice rivalry, eh? Sure.
Yes. I think Anisimova beat her in the semis at Wimbledon, and in Australia a while back, 6-1, 6-2. So when she's on, she's probably the only person.
Did you write that down and remember that? Or is that stuff just there, like an encyclopedic?
No.
I feel sorry for you in other areas of your life, dude. I'm sorry.
No, she remembers everything when it comes to this game.
Yeah, fair game. I'm sure not just this game, but that is for her because she's had some major losses as well, to be able to find that strength in that moment. And they're both very strong, physical, dominating players.
Correct, yes. So she pushed Anisimova to make those errors. She was more relaxed than at Wimbledon. She's experienced that big match, and she just had to go closer to the lines because Sabalenka was so good and actually moving very well.
It was a lot more composed in this final than we've seen. Like Sabalenka will normally try and just power through, but in this one she took her moments, you know, like she decided, okay, at this point I'm gonna just stay solid.
Some good coaching, I think,
up
to this point. I have a feeling. It begs the question, how important is a good rivalry right now? Because you're kind of seeing the best players being differentiated by these sorts of moments. It's not their 50-game winning streak, and there are some impressive streaks in various lanes, but it's more who's pushing each other on the men's and the women's, and we haven't seen it to this degree in the women's game. How healthy is this?
No, it's to me, it is probably the only reason we have this high level of things that's occurring. I mean, this is around the world. I feel in all sports, but in tennis specifically, it's when you come up against someone that is that's your person, you both start to raise.
I call them the championship rounds. It's
yes,
like where you're playing against people that are taking you beyond what you've done before.
Beyond what you've done before, spot on. Yeah, spot on.
Speaking to you, Drickus, wherever you're listening, buddy. Okay, we're in the championship rounds, guy. We're in the championship rounds. Okay, so beautiful for women's tennis to end the year on this note, and for Sabalenka, a massive moment. Let's move to the men's draw here, if you will. I'm sure mixed feelings about this one.
Look, Carlos said it, he played perfectly. He would have had to. In fairness, though, Sinner was not serving well. He actually did not have ice in his veins this time. He was racked with nerves, and it showed.
You can't beat Alcaraz, especially Alcaraz. You can't beat Alcaraz if you're hitting second serves all the time. Yeah, I don't know what his percentage was by the end. I forgot.
48.
40. Okay, yes. That's it's just too low. It's too low. Your percentage needs to be in a championship like that against Alcaraz. It needs to be in the 70s or in the 80s to stand a chance. So he
I also want to say the unforced errors, where I know he was nervous, like shots he should have made and he would normally make.
And what would have made him nervous if he had watched the Djokovic moment before, and then albeit clearly the body broke down in the midst of that, but there was a coolness where you talk about ice in your veins. Alcaraz, and you imagine the emotions that would have been going through him right now because of how much he loves the opponent that has kind of brought him to the level that he's at. It's quite a thing. Why do you think, what rocked Sinner coming into this final?
Because he was although the margins are small, he was the clear favourite. It's his favourite surface. He's the world #1. He's the defending champion. I think he likes to be the hunter rather than the hunted, you know. And he is one-dimensional to a degree. He can hit everybody off the court, but Alcaraz can stay with him. So he'll have to, he'll have to implement some variation. He said it. And he'll have to get some ice back in his veins. You cannot be nervous.
Look, she's right. He is kind of one-dimensional, but it's only against Alcaraz that it matters. It's only against Alcaraz that it matters.
There's no one else on that level.
Correct. So he would probably just have to play Alcaraz a lot, and then
well, they're going to play each other a lot, because now we've almost got the flip side of that coin, where we're below them from number 3, and we've spoken about this to number 50 could probably beat each other on any day. Does the men's side of the draw need a bit more of a top 10, or is this beautiful? Are we seeing a golden era because we've got 2 greats?
It will only help the game if there's more strong guys coming through.
So who's that person who can break into that? We've seen some fighters. I mean, Deminau, for me, the heartbreak of a young man who is knocking on a door that much. You think, like, what is it going to take? And if that level of player can't break into even winning the occasional tournament, I mean, how are we going to break that stranglehold?
So there is one player I'm watching coming through, João Fonseca.
I was about to say Fonseca, maybe, but we don't know yet.
No, well, I think the more he plays, he's got the potential to get close to them. The gap between the two of them and the rest of the field is so big, you know. But I think Fonseca, in 2 to 3 years, will be challenging them, for sure. And there's a lot. There's a junior from Rafa's Academy that won Wimbledon and the US Open, and he's entering the ATP next year.
I don't know how she knows this.
No, but it's encyclopedic. We all get a bit of this in our lives, and it's all right. I don't mind someone reminding me of tennis, especially when it's this rich. Now, I think we're leaving and entering into a golden era. Can we call it the platinum era of tennis?
Yes, no, agreed.
Hey?
How lucky are we? Like, I feel so privileged to be a fan, honestly.
I don't feel as privileged as you, but I'm just going to blame the Springboks this weekend. And maybe the Proteas and the Springbok woman and Drickus. I'm still hurting, dude. No, things are looking good in the space of tennis. But for Carlos Alcaraz, Arena Sabalenka, sublime this weekend. They are the US Open champions. You guys are amazing. Naz, I love
Thank you.
Thank you.
From sports to spring on a plate, let's get straight into the first recipe. Now, you heard all about the nutrients, and now we get into the asparagus and what it can do. It is zesty and stir-fried with things like ginger and garlic, and it's all about fresh, vibrant flavors that wake up the palate just a little bit. It is crisp, tender asparagus that gets tossed in a sizzling pan, and that's the sizzle, actually, that you can hear all around us, with aromatic garlic and ginger, then finished with a splash of citrus for that irresistible zing. Now, I don't know about you, Gray, but I love me some
I was just
zing.
taking out the garbage
Yeah,
there.
you know.
We got those old big tin garbage things, and I tried to take
Made a little
two
bit
at
of
the same
noise
time.
there while
It was
you're
too much.
at it.
This smells amazing, and we haven't even started
That's
cooking
what I'm
anything
saying.
yet.
Okay, you're going to cut our asparagus for us and our ginger
In
on
a
that
particular
side.
fashion?
You know what surprised me? I feel like I haven't really worked with asparagus before, so done.
Cheers. I will go for a more finely chopped ginger.
Okay, cut the ginger. Maybe the asparagus is fine, or do you
I
cut
think
the
it's
ends?
beautiful. I keep the
You keep them like this?
together. I like the fact that you get like a different mouthfeel. The front gets a bit softer, and it gets a beautiful buttery flavor. That gets a bit more crunchy at the end.
These almost look like you shouldn't eat them, but then when you do, they taste delicious.
I kind of feel the same way about all plants, really. I kind of feel like plants are more medicine than food, but they give us so much benefit by pressing all the right buttons, man.
Incredible. And we mentioned this a little bit earlier, how these are low calorie, also filled with fiber, and great for the digestion too, especially with the ginger included.
Date night?
Anti-inflammatory.
Would you eat asparagus on date night?
What's wrong with asparagus on date night?
Okay, well then you're not genetically predisposed. Okay,
For
no,
what?
a certain thing happens, and I'm not going to say it because we're in a kitchen and we're cooking with food.
You can tell me.
Just look it
Tell
up
me, my dear.
online, okay? The genetic predisposition of asparagus for some people. It's hilarious, but no, I mean, also because it's got so much fiber and it's quite a messy thing to eat, and you've got to kind of get stuck in. So I like the idea of cooking it first at home.
Yes.
Try it out.
And
then
then I agree. So I would usually have a side of maybe like broccoli or even, what do you call it, arugula or rocket. But I think next to a steak or piece of fish, this is the perfect side.
Oh, for sure. For
Okay,
something
so I'll wait for
lighter,
you
I love
then.
it. And
You're
can
gonna
I send a shout out? So my daughter, Georgie, has been on a low sugar mission.
Okay.
And she's kind of come to all of us to ask for help in certain things. It was the sweetest thing. She came to me and she asked me to ask my mom to stop tempting her with sweet things because she can't say no.
Oh,
and the fact that this came out of her own. So I was like, okay, I'm with you, babe. I'm going to be there and I'm going to be trying to tackle this. And we've been doing it together and we've both like really seen a massive difference.
Yeah.
And it was her own kind of understanding of it and putting it in its place. But that has been born out of us having conversations about it every day. Not me telling her.
Yeah.
Her mom obviously making some very, very good, strong suggestions and talking
guiding
to her in
her
the right
along the
way.
way.
But it felt like a very empowered conversation about weight loss in a space that I've been terrified to have those conversations. So I don't want to put that on a 5-year-old girl.
Exactly.
But there are options out there. So now she's with me exploring healthier, yummy foods like broccoli. Okay, but
And
we
the
actually had
pancake made
delicious
so
broccoli
delicious,
yesterday.
yes.
So kudos to my little girl for opening my eyes to how you can really enjoy healthy food.
process,
and now the whole family is like, okay, we got to back this little thing because she is rocking it, and it's amazing.
But also
man.
just reframing weight loss or choosing healthier meals at the end of the day, because it's not just getting skinny. It's about choosing your health.
And she's athletic. She's doing gymnastics and swimming and doing all these amazing things. Shout out to Leslie, her swimming coach, who's an absolute legend. But getting her to understand that she is building athlete's body now.
Absolutely.
So our tummy will change and we'll have things that'll upset us or not. But it's heartbreaking when your 5-year-old daughter is concerned about the size of her tummy.
Yeah.
But that's in society already. So this is why we cook healthy. This is why we learn to cook delicious, healthy things so we can create culture in our families.
Yes, I like that.
And I say that very much with a judgmental eyebrow to myself because we treat with food, I treat with treats.
Yep.
You know, that's my vibe. Like because I treat
Little
myself
chocolate,
like that. So look, I digress. You are creating a
Can I tell you what
masterpiece
I
in this
did?
pan, please.
Sesame oil, as well as the thing from the, I know you can smell the nuttiness, the lemon zest, and then some soy sauce. So we're definitely playing in those like
I
Asian
love
flavors.
the Asian space.
Okay,
That
with
is
some salt and
amazing.
pepper. And then you top it all off with some sesame seeds at the end.
I think the sesame oil and the natural flavor profile of the asparagus.
Yep.
I like this because you're getting a bit of a char, so the sugars are getting a little bit black in there, and it does lend itself beautifully to a char, even on a griddle pan, if you want to cook it like that first.
That's the next adult purchase.
I think we have discovered something. You've discovered something. With veggies, the Asian flavor profile works beautifully because there's a lot of flavor and not a huge amount going on. So you don't have to overload it with ingredients and kind of dilute the message and take away the nutrients.
Sodium or anything that, you know, may cause issues with your health.
Now you're speaking science.
Yeah, I'm a scientist. You didn't know? Okay.
It looks beautiful. And I like that little nugget of crispy crunch on top. I know, I do that. I'm that guy, if I find like in a chip packet, like a chip that you think's a chip, but it's not. It's just flavoring in the chat. Whoa, that's like the best day of my life. That looks amazing.
Do you want to taste mine, or do you want to taste?
I want to taste yours.
I also want you to taste mine.
Okay, well, I'm going to just go right in with
it. You don't even need a fork. Ooh, that's the perfect consistency.
It really is.
Yeah. A little bit hot.
It is a little bit warm. That is delicious. I think if you wanted a meal to describe what umami is, this is it.
It's this one right here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Listen, Tiffany, I'm coming for your job, man.
So weak,
Kitchen
girl.
fairies, you better watch your back. This is delicious. Okay, scan the QR code right now. Let me not get carried away. On your screen, bottom right, open your camera, put it on, take a photo of us. We look cute, okay? And then it will take you to the website, and then you will get this exact meal.
One of us looks cute. The other one in all these photos, I don't know if I look cute. But can you see the look?
I see the look.
Absolute, I'm impressed.
Is that approval?
It's beyond impressive. That's jealousy, yo. You just outstripped me in the kitchen now. You cooked the best asparagus we've ever cooked in this kitchen.
That's
beautiful.
Your Monday motivation, if any time I've seen it. Okay, we're going to enjoy and finish this up. And then on the other side of the break, we get into some entertainment and definitely some more goodness when it comes to ABSA empowering the future of South Africa.
Is this a vegetable, really?
I don't think
this
so.
This is good. Yeah.
Oh, to me.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I can confirm that we have finished and polished off that entire plate of asparagus. Kitchen team's just gonna have to make some more. It was that good, okay? So please make sure that you add that to your weekly recipes. For now though, with 1 hour wrapped up, we still have 2 more to go. It's start of 7 o'clock with your national news headlines, where Justice Minister Multicultural Kubai condemned the murder of insolvency lawyer Bouwer van Niekerk, son of renowned Stellenbosch University philosophy professor Anton van Niekerk, who was shot dead at Saxon World office. Police are investigating 4 suspects, with motives still unclear, as van Niekerk handled high-profile cases, including an alleged Ponzi scheme. Now, the killing highlights risks faced by those probing state capture as well as corruption. Parliament's Portfolio Committee noted unresolved cases where investigators were targeted. Now, authorities are urging stronger protection for legal professionals handling sensitive corruption investigations. In other news in the country, International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola welcomed U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to send Vice President J.D. Vance to the G20 summit in Johannesburg in November, after Trump confirmed he would skip this year's event. Now, despite past tensions, including tariffs, expelled ambassadors, and disagreements over redress legislation, Lamola stressed that the summit agenda remains intact. Now, he expressed readiness to engage with Vance to strengthen cooperation, ensuring G20 outcomes reflect ambitious and constructive international collaboration, and that's between South Africa and the United States. Internationally speaking, Israeli forces advanced near Gaza City after launching an offensive last month, with 14 killed overnight, including at a school sheltering displaced Palestinians. Now, Israeli officials said the war could end if Hamas released hostages and disarmed, while Hamas said hostages would only be freed if Israel withdrew. Meanwhile, more than 15,000 protesters rallied across Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, calling for the release of remaining hostages and a resolution to the conflict. Now, reports indicate 48 hostages remain, with around 20 believed alive as violence continues. Now, moving to South Sudan, where repatriated Mexican national Jesus Munoz Gutierrez after his U.S. deportation in July. Now, Mexico provided guarantees that he would not face torture, inhumane treatment, or unfair prosecution. He was handed over to Mexico's ambassador, Alejandro Ives Estevil, in Juba. Now, authorities emphasized South Sudan's commitment to safely return 6 other third-country nationals deported from the U.S., highlighting continued international cooperation and adherence to human rights standards during repatriation, as well as processing of foreign nationals to ensure protection and humane treatment. And finally, let's close off your 7 o'clock news here with Andrea Bocelli's 30th anniversary concert out in Tuscany, which became an unforgettable one when Queen guitarist Brian May joined him for a powerful duet of Who Wants to Live Forever. Now, the song, written by May himself, took on new life as his soaring guitar blended with Bocelli's powerful operatic voice. Hearing May sing his original part alongside Bocelli, taking on Freddie Mercury's lines, created a performance that felt both timeless and also unforgettable. Now, May, admired not only as a Rock and Hall of Fame famer, but also as an astrophysicist who helped NASA study Pluto, brought both star power and stargazing brilliance to the stage, reminding fans that true artistry knows no boundaries, whether in galaxies or in glorious music. A beautiful way to close off your 7 o'clock news. Now let's get into some sporting highlights with Graham.
Well, actually, I think we could have kept the heartbreaking music running throughout the sports this morning. Let's broach the bitter pills. The All Blacks beat the Springboks 24-17 in a fierce rugby championship clash at the famed Eden Park this weekend, extending their unbeaten run at the venue to 51 games. So some early tries from Imoni Narawa and Will Jordan, they certainly set the tone, while Ardie Savea showed a great turnaround in form, marking his 100th test with a crucial late turnover. South Africa did rally through Malcolm Marx and Kobus Reinach, but errors proving too costly in the end. On the flip side of that national coin in football, South Africa strengthened their World Cup qualifying hopes with a brilliant 3-0 win over Lesotho in Bloemfontein. Mogao and Nkota opening the scoring before second-half goals from Lyle Foster and Osman Apollos sealed the result. So Bafana now remaining 5 points clear at the top of Group C, now favourites to secure direct qualification and in a very good group as well. Let's get into the cricket. What a collapse and what a performance by Jofra Archer. He ripped through the South African top order with 4 for just 10 runs as England sealed a record 342-run ODI victory at Southampton yesterday. Centuries from Jacob Bethel and Joe Root, who's been great throughout, powered England to a massive 414 for 5 before the Proteas collapsed to 72 all out. So despite losing the series 2-1, England do get the bragging rights, winning the, I think, biggest margin, in fact, impact in an ODI history with this one. So we'll move quickly on. Unfortunately, we can't move past this one as we move back to the Rugby World Cup and France overpowering the Springbok women 57-10 in Northampton to top their World Cup pool. So reduced to 14 players critically at one point after Tumisa Kwawe's red card. South Africa struggled defensively, France running in 9 tries. Nadine Roos, she scored a late consolation try, but the Boks, they now have to look forward and they face a daunting quarter-final up against New Zealand in Exeter on Saturday. I'm going to say New Zealand probably the favourites for this one, looking at their form. If they might end up crossing horns with Le Bleu, that might ask a few questions. But yeah, what a phenomenal weekend of sport all round, even if we weren't on the right W column. That's where we leave our sport for now. We'll touch on those headlines again at 8 o'clock to see if the roads are waking up.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Let's see what your roads are doing out in Gauteng in Johannesburg, where there's a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound, and that is before Diepkloof interchange. Now, currently, the left lane is closed, resulting in delays as we ease into peak hour traffic hours. So please plan your route accordingly if you are headed that way. Now moving over to Cape Town, where traffic buildup is on the rise along the M5 northbound at the N2 inbound ramp. Now, if you are making use of the affected route, do allow for some added travel time. A great playlist goes a long way, and of course, accommodate those expected delays. We'll touch base again at 8 o'clock. That's where we leave your roads for now. Let's get into your weather. Well, in your weather news, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 4 warning for severe thunderstorms. That's over northwestern KwaZulu-Natal, bringing strong winds, heavy lightning and hail likely to damage infrastructure vehicles and cause major travel disruptions. Now, a yellow level 2 warning has been issued for western KwaZulu-Natal, central and escarpment areas of Mpumalanga and the extreme east of the Free State, where localized damage is possible. Meanwhile, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over western northwest, as well as parts of the Northern Cape. And all roads lead to the sunrise view of this hour. Now, we heard, of course, from KZN. Let's see what the Western Cape is doing. Well, out in Lansdowne, we've got a beautiful image from Len Smith. Thank you so much for this beautiful view, Len. We appreciate the fact that you opened your eyes and considered your Feel Good Breakfast show as the first thing to take a photo for and then share it with the rest of Mzansi. Can I please reward you with something good? 25 degrees is coming your way today, a beautiful day in the mother city, and a reminder to you to please continue sharing your morning view with us on 063 036 9649 if you want to be just like Len. For now, let's see what the rest of the country is looking like as far as your temperatures are concerned.
Well, clearly the weather has changed outside. Let's see if we can change the situation inside the bank account. If you ponder push to play your daily lotto today, there is an estimated 480,000 Rand waiting in that jackpot. You could hit it lucky this Monday. So please don't get left behind. You can go and get your tickets in store as soon as they open. You can go right now online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking app, or you can just dial *120 *7529#, get the USSD. And if you missed what I've just said, you can go straight onto our social media pages, check out some amazing content and get those details in Panda Push to Play your daily lotto for an estimated 480,000 Rand jackpot today.
Oh, that's
Come
a nice
on.
amount of money.
Come on.
Give me some of that money.
I won.
Oh.
in Powerball
There will
and
be
Lotto
signs.
this weekend, okay? About 20 rand. But I feel like a winner, okay? It was something. It's a
Could you at
W
least
for
share
the
that
column.
with me? I would
Okay.
appreciate a 10 rand. Anyway, let's get into the second hour of the show. Speaking about winning, we've got an incredible champion coming on through. In the entertainment and music space, we're talking about Cameron Ward, of course, and what he's doing for the next generation, especially the Cameron Ward Foundation Senior Band.
And it works both ways, up
Definitely.
and down the chain of mentors in music. And I think that's how the South African music industry survives. We love this guy, and we'll introduce you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, it's so true. It is your feel-good breakfast show on this Monday morning. And we are joined by none other than the incredible Cameron Ward. Now, a world-class guitarist, but you already knew that. And also the heart behind the Cameron Ward Music Foundation. Now, through his foundation, he's opening doors to free professional music education. And that is for children and teens in underserved communities across the mother city. And the best part, he and his foundation will be keeping us entertained with unforgettable performances all morning long. We know we've kept you waiting, but right now, let's give him a feel-good welcome. Come on. Pew, 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 pew. Cameron, welcome.
Thank you
You're
so
awake,
much.
you're alive, you feeling good?
I feel great. Thank you so much.
I mean, you guys sounding so good. We heard you in some of the breaks in between, and we can't wait to get into it. But let's go back to 2019, at the start of the foundation, literally in its starting blocks. What inspired you to create the Cameron Ward Music Foundation?
So what inspired me to start the Cameron Ward Foundation? I found myself working with the late, great Prayuma Sekela.
Sure.
And I walked as a youngster in New York and asked myself, at the time I was based in Johannesburg, and I asked myself, what are you doing now that you're living this life? Are you stretching out your hand to that young boy and girl that can't do it for themselves, or you're just going to enjoy this life? And long story short, I then went back to Johannesburg. I told my wife, listen, we need to start a foundation, you know, so that we can help those that are in need. And we started out in Johannesburg. And then I said, okay, it's good, but it's not great. Then I said, no, this foundation must be based in Cape Town. And we relocated back to Cape Town 5 years ago. And immediately when we started and launched it here, it took off amazingly. So yeah, that's my heartbeat. As our slogan says, we are the change and the change is now. And that's how we started the Cameron Foundation.
Oh, I love that. We are the change and the change is now.
Absolutely.
Now, when it comes to change, when it comes to impact, I'm really curious how the foundation goes beyond teaching music and actually creates real change in the lives of the young girls and boys that you work with.
Absolutely. So how we do that at the foundation. So we started out with music and we are still busy with music, but then as years gone by, I discovered that there's different challenges and different avenues that the foundation that only a certain thing or percentage music can fix, and then the rest is reality. So what we've come up with, you know, we have workshops, not just based on music, but workshop that based on life skills, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, gangsterism.
Sure.
We have that once a month, followed by meals that we give to those that are in need. Once or twice a week, if we could and can do that. So yeah, that's pretty much the change that we bring, you know, if not for everybody that's inclined, musically inclined, but if we can do that small change in that little way, then we do it by saying, you know what, exchange this for instrument.
Right. And you know what? It's all about community at the end of the day, how we're taking care of each other. I think that spirit of Ubuntu carries across Joburg, Cape Town, Bloem, anywhere in South Africa. We need to take care of each other.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for doing that. And you've really come to a part of your career where you're now putting on a concert with the kids as well. The 20th of September. Tell me about the spring concert. What's happening?
So it's our second or third, actually, annual spring concert taking place on the 20th of September. At the Wave in Long Street, 44 on Long. We're taking the youngsters from the Cape Flats straight to town to perform in a beautiful theatre set up for their family and friends, and everybody that wants to be part of the concert, please do support us. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. We've got the senior band here with me this morning, but we've got the little ones, the age group between 6 to 12 years that will be opening the concert.
Precious.
So yeah, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing and great.
How do people get tickets? I mean, I know they're sitting there going, okay, I've got my money, let's go.
So they can make contact with us on the socials, CW Music Foundation on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and somebody will make contact with them.
Incredible. Okay, so what are you going to be performing for us today? I know there are a couple of songs littered throughout the show, so what are we getting into?
Some of my original, or all of my original music. First one we're starting with is called Love. The other one is What You Do. And the
Are these
last
originals?
One, all originals composed by me.
goodness.
And the final song we will showcase drums and percussion is called So Much Joy. And so we're ending this show on a very, very high note.
Yes, please.
With a lot of energy for the day and the rest of the weekend.
Oh my gosh, it's going to carry us into next weekend.
Absolutely.
And the rest of the summer.
Yes.
I'm excited for this. Now I'm wondering, Cameron, if people are sitting at home right now, especially parents that have young children that really want to get into music, they're seeing something about their kid that is musically inclined, but they don't even know where to start. What would you say to them?
Good point and place to start is reach out to a music institution, let them go for audition, and somebody will then tell them it's a yay or it's a nay. You know, but most of the time, 99.9%, it's always a yay. So I think as a starting point, try to reach out to a music institution so that they can do like a check and audition and see if there is something. Beautiful.
Precious. And if in doubt and you do want to reach out, there is always Cameron Ward to definitely have your back. And I can't wait for you to get into the senior music band that's going to be performing for us. I mean, love is something we have to spread all around, and so is joy. And we'll give you a nice little dose of that in a bit. Thank you, Cameron.
Thank you so much.
I might be that 0.001%. I think my mother took me through every lane of the Wits Music School and we couldn't find it for me, but maybe you can find it. Now, we are all about, in this space, creating space for the leaders of tomorrow to hand that mantle over. And sadly, they don't just appear overnight. They are shaped, they are mentored, and they are empowered through opportunities that we create for them today. It is on us. And one initiative doing exactly this is the ABSA Fellowship Program. It's in action and it's amazing. It's designed to mold entrepreneurial leaders who will make a real impact in South Africa and beyond, a social impact. Ayanda spent some time with the very passionate team behind the program. Let us take a front row seat for this one.
In today's fast-paced world, leaders need more than education. They need real-world skills to help them lead and to adapt. And today we are joined by Dr. Rian Immelman and Bonkem Sibi, who is a current ABSA fellow. And today they'll be telling us all about ABSA's fellowship program, where they are helping to create ethical entrepreneurial leaders who are going to be shaping Africa's future. Doctor, I'd really like to start with you. Please, can you tell us all about this ABSA fellowship program and what inspired ABSA to create it?
So the ABSA Fellowship Program is a leadership development program. It's more than a fellowship. Yes, we are supporting the students with financial support, but it is in essence a leadership development program. Together with the leadership program, we're also focusing on the wellness of students, and we are educating them with different skills applicable to the world of today.
Bonke, as somebody who is a part of this program, please tell us about your journey and, more importantly, what inspired you to take that leap of faith and apply to begin with?
Funny enough, I've always had such a deep desire to be part of the change makers and, you know, be part of the people who bring change into the world. But I didn't know how I was going to do that because, firstly, lack of funding. I think it's a huge strain on many individuals like myself. So I was fortunate enough, literally right after COVID, to find this program, and I applied for the ABSA fellowship only to find out that it's literally steering me in the direction I've always wanted to go. So that really inspired me to carry on with it, to gain the leadership skills that I've always wanted to have.
Doctor, coming right back to you, we are living in a fast-paced world. Things are constantly changing. What skills are you focusing on to help these learners develop in this new age?
Yeah, we've developed a leadership development program focusing on entrepreneurship. Our corporate citizenship strategy is about financial inclusion through entrepreneurship. Personal branding for the students is very important. Bonke is our brand ambassador. She's on billboards. Our fellowship campaign is also featuring her together with other students. And then systems thinking. We are not living in an isolating world. Everything is connected. Critical thinking. We need to question things happening in the world, as well as listening skills. Very important in today's world.
Bonke, again, as somebody going through the program yourself, how do you feel that the program is helping you navigate this new world that we're living in?
As we all know, we live in a very fast-paced world, and as Dr. Rian mentioned, that we are taught all of these skills, but I think the most important one that is instilled in us is an adaptive mindset. We are taught to adapt to different situations, and as he mentioned, critical thinking is the most important one as well, and just thinking outside of the box and not having this linear mindset of doing things. And I think what's really important as well is that we're taught to question everything and not take things as they come face value. And I think that's the way to live a good life, not only for yourself, but the rest of the world, because you're able to question, why am I doing this? How is it going to help others? And so on and so forth. So,
Doctor, please can you share some of the success stories that you've had thus far?
We are sending Bonke to One Young World, where young minds in the world are coming together, which is a phenomenal platform for her. We've witnessed our first graduation this year as well, since we've started in 2021, which we are very proud of. And then also, if you think of the throughput rate in South Africa, the throughput rate for normal students out there, the norm is 30%. So it means that only 30% of students that started study will complete their studies in time. Let's say it's a 3-year degree, so completing it in 3 years, it's only 30%. We are way more than that. We've set the bar there, and we are improving the throughput rates in South Africa more than 80%. So we've got lots of success stories, and we are making an impact in South Africa, Africa, and in the world.
Now, as somebody that's been a part of the program, I'm sure there's somebody sitting at home who wants to be a part of it. What words of encouragement can you give them to take that leap of faith and apply?
I think it's important to grab opportunities when they present themselves, just like this one. It presents yourself to you, it's out there. Do it. Don't have the imposter mindset to say, oh, no, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to get there. I also thought the same way. And if I didn't take that leap of faith to actually apply, I wouldn't be here to tell my story. And I think my message to them is you are the author of your own story and your story matters. So start writing it down, take that pen and start changing your life the way you want to see it. And you can do it just like how I did it.
What an intelligent response. Clearly, this program is working. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It is so much more than a scholarship. It is a launch pad for the next generation of Africa's change makers. And we cannot wait to see how this program equips them to lead with purpose in an ever-evolving world.
I love that. What do you say? Put your money where your mouth is.
That's right.
I love it. No, you need to see action in these spaces. It's one thing to talk about this entrepreneurial drive, but you've got to create the infrastructure around small businesses to let them thrive. And this is that exactly. I love it.
Exactly. And listen, the future's in good hands with leaders who lead with heart and vision. But most importantly, we drive this point home every day with purpose. And that's what it's about.
So in just a moment, it might be a stressful thing for you, applying for a bond. How are we going to turn that stress into success? Well, luckily, Brad is here from Better Bond. They've got the skinny. We will explain to you exactly how to approach this with the hope and excitement you should when taking this kind of step.
I'm going to sit there with a pen and paper. I can't wait. And then we also delve into a multiracial and multicultural couple. It is Heritage Month, and we're celebrating the beauty of exactly that straight after this.
We see the person behind the banking profile. We see your story. Expresso was proudly brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for choosing once again to start your week with us. We really do appreciate it. And hopefully you will find this as enriching and rewarding. This has been a great conversation that we started last week. We're focusing on your new home, that first big step, or maybe your second one. Terrifying nonetheless. Buying a home should be exciting, but between the paperwork, The jargon, and there is a lot, and wondering whether you're really getting the best interest rate or the best deal. It can be enough to keep you up at night or even keep you away from the process. Well, the Better Bond promise is the game changer in this space, putting you in the driver's seat, sourcing multiple home loan offers and helping you choose one that best fits your budget, your speed, your tempo, if you will. And our National Head of Sales at Better Bond, Brad Bendel, is here to unpack exactly how it works and how it could save you thousands in the long run, because this is a long run. Buying a home is a marathon more than a sprint.
Certainly is, Graham. Thank you for having us once again.
Cameron Ward provided a beautiful sound check to get us into the mode. I feel relaxed, but even talking about applying for a bond makes me nervous because it's such a big step. It really is. I think we are probably fighting a lot of misinformation, a lot of kind of false information that's been fed to us through negative experiences. There is the right way to do this. But let's look at the negative first. What are some of the biggest kind of hurdles and misconceptions you discover in the space?
Well, I think firstly, it is a daunting task. And
it must be.
People have no idea how to go about applying for a home loan. They go to their bank and the bank asks for a whole lot of information, and there are a whole lot of stumbling blocks along the way, and it's really, really important to have somebody to hold your hand through the process and just make sure, and I said it to you last time, that it's a more enjoyable process and it's something that's making your dream come true, so
completely.
Really, really important that you do it the right way. But yeah, stumbling blocks, many, many along the way, more so the paperwork and the jargon and the things that the bank wants to see, and they want to see it in a certain way. And so, for the man on the street, the aspirant home buyer, that can be a really, really daunting task.
It's you climbing the mountain before you've got to the mountain, and that is terrifying. And it kind of, it's starting to coalesce in my mind that then you're going to take what you can get. You're not going to go and compare. You're not going to be competitive in a very competitive space. Why is it important to go out there and get a little comparison? Kind of hold people up against each other.
Yeah, so, I mean, firstly, it's a hugely emotional process. It's your biggest purchase you're ever going to make in your entire life. And when somebody says, listen, we've approved you, naturally people go, thank you very much, and run. And that's not always the wisest thing to do. So really, really important, and that's the role that a bond originator plays. Like I said to you last time, we're much like an insurance broker. We go and find the best deal for you, and that may be on interest rate, it may be on term, it may be on bank charges, whatever the case may be.
You will find
really,
it there,
really important to find the best deal possible, and shop around for that.
Yeah, and so that the people sitting on the other side of the coin know that there is a bit of competition out there.
100%.
So thank you for sitting in our corner in that sense. So what is the right first step then if we're going to approach Better Bond and we're going to get you in our corner and start this beautiful journey? How does that look?
So ordinarily a buyer or an aspirant buyer would come to us and say, look, let's go through a pre-approval process. And our pre-approval process is almost like an entire bond application, a home loan application.
Tick those
it's not an
boxes.
affordability calculation, which is really important to understand. So we'll go through that. We'll then give them a license to buy. And then they go out and they go and search for their ideal home, their dream home, and then they come back to us, and then we go through the home buying process. So that pre-approval process sets you up. It really does. It's the most important step.
And I like it because a lot of the can you afford it processes aren't nuanced to you. They're based on the industry baseline, which might have nothing to do with your spending habits, your earning habits, or how your financial system plays out. So I absolutely love the fact that you've taken it that step further. So we can feel kind of assured when we take those steps. Flip side of that coin, an A-type personality like my wife has already got the file. She's already printed stuff out, it's color-coded, and bless people like that, because I'm not like that. But for those who want to get prepared and be in the pound seat when we hit the process, what do we need? Do we keep, what bank statements should we be keeping? What does a nice file to take to you guys look like?
Yeah, so I mean, look, you could ideally get a whole lot of things ready. You could get your pay slips ready, your proof of income, your bank statements, a copy of your ID, all of those things you could get ready. But in truth, if you just come to us, our consultants will take you through the process, and again, just make that whole process so much more seamless than trying to fiddle around, trying to find things and assume what the bank may or may not need. We'll take you through that and we'll make the process enjoyable.
Yeah, so nothing is done retrospectively and no rugs are pulled out from under your feet. I'm thinking a lot more about how you've spoken about the process of assessing whether someone is ready or not. It kind of feels like things might be different, but to us, uneducated, it looks the same. Rates might look the same, but they're hidden differences. The difference of one of the costs involved could, on the long term, make a big difference. What are some of those areas where it can actually make a difference to have a detail-orientated person in your corner comparing?
Yeah, so I mentioned it in the previous episode when we were on here on the show. That 0.65% that we can get the consumer on their rate concession is a massive saving.
Huge.
It's a 157,000 rand saving on a 1.5 million rand bond over 20 years. And that may make or break the deal, because it means that from an affordability perspective, the client can either afford their installment every month or not. And so that's really important. Bank charges are really important. Those are the little finer details, fine print. And then obviously your interest rate that you get, that's the primary factor that we deal with.
You know what I like about the way you're talking? These are all things that feel like they're out of my control. But if you put the right gateway in place and the right level of understanding of how everything ties together in this moment, suddenly the magic starts to happen.
100%.
And I love the fact I can see you getting happy on behalf of the people who are about to follow in the footsteps of what you've achieved through your own life. And I know this is a lived experience for you. It's not just a sales proposition, but you have a house. You've gone through the journey. I know recently know what that feeling's like. So thank you for bringing that level of love and joy to a process that I think, yes, is terrifying and should be a little bit terrifying, because it's a long-term deal, probably the biggest deal you're ever going to make in your life. So make sure that you enter that space educated, and I think your first stop should be betterbond.co.za. Go and do a little research, find out, in fact, ask what that Better Bond promise is really all about. It's not just about a value extraction at the first step, it's about the long-term journey. I love you, man. I look forward to next week.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll buy a house next week. We'll see.
And while you're thinking about it, ruminating about buying a house, I want to give you some inspiration about the renovation of said house as well, which is why I want to hand it over to our handy heroes who are rolling into Kyalami, Johannesburg. And today we're stepping inside Chamberlain, where helping customers isn't just a service, it is a promise. Now, their DIY wisdom, well, its flawless finishes begin with the right preparation. So let's find out which Plascon paint takes the crown.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy heroes come from Chamberlain's in Kyalami, Joburg.
Chamberlain's Kyalami is one of our newest stores. We are located in one of the region's fastest growing areas. Whether you're a builder or a DIY enthusiast or a weekend renovator, we are always fully stocked with top brands. Our store, we offer the best customer service. We always have friendly and available staff, eager to assist customers as soon as they can. We pride in assisting customers with everything under one roof. We offer paint mixing services to our customers. Whether it's a color that they want to mix, we can mix any color into any product. Our customers is customers that do their own home improvements, whether it's repairing, painting or gardening. We specialize in a wide range of paints. We also offer a bunch of paint mixing options. Whether it's any color that you want to mix in any product, we can assist you with that. Plascon have a wide range of products for different needs and different budgets. My favorite Plascon product is Micatex. It has weatherproof capabilities and abilities to cover hairline cracks. My DIY tip would be, whenever shopping at Chamberlain's and you are unsure, just ask for advice. We are ready to help. My DIY motto would be, quality paintwork starts with proper surface preparation.
Today's handy heroes is powered by Plascon Wall and All. Unmatched dirt, stain, water and fade resistance to keep your walls beautiful for years. Plascon, together we've got this.
On a
We've
Monday,
got
that's
it,
always what
hey?
you want to hear. We've got it.
I love it. I'm buying houses. I'm renovating houses this morning. I do feel empowered this morning. So thank you so much. Now, it does help when you're kind of wired like me to have experts in the corner who actually know what they're talking about, and they've proven it with the success of their work and, of course, the right product. So well done.
I love that. Thank you to our handy heroes. And now we want to give it on over to another hero couple. I absolutely love them. Follow and give them so much love on social media because they give us joy. And it's all about Addison and my girl Judy. They're going to be sitting on our couch and letting us know their journey of their multicultural love.
It's going to be a wonderful conversation. This is a safe, love-filled place, and we cannot wait to embrace that. And then helping us with a beautiful tone, I think underpinning everything this morning, Cameron Ward and his incredible band of young people doing amazing things. These are superstars in the making, and we are privileged enough to see them take their first few musical steps. What am I saying? They've all been playing for like 25 years probably. Now, they are amazing, and they perform for you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Listen, this is going to be a jam-packed segment and also a great hour because we're joined by the Logan fam, now better known on TikTok as African American fam. I know you love them and you know them. Judy and Addison join us on the couch, an interracial husband and wife duo who've captured the hearts of millions by sharing the real but also unfiltered journey of family life.
And it's unfiltered, y'all. And it makes us all feel okay because life's not filtered, all right? Well, actually, hopefully on the gram it is. But with over 1 million followers and more than 32 million likes, you understand the impact they're making. Their content lands beautifully, and it's a perfect mix of laugh out loud pranks, some fun couple challenges that we can all kind of get involved in, and those heartfelt moments that remind us of what's at the heart here, the power of love and, most importantly, family. So let's take a little gander at what makes them so special.
Okay, so you guys see this, right? And then you get this. Babe? You know we have a mop and a bucket, right? Yeah. I'm gonna do it this way. Okay. Wow.
It's the playlist for me and the Emirates. Please help me in welcoming Addison and Judy. Guys, welcome. Are we feeling good on the knees okay? I know that was quite a...
yeah. I'm used to it by now.
You're used to it by now.
Try harder, but try harder. Come on, guys.
All right, guys, I have to take us through the journey of your relationship, 3 years and counting in the making.
Yes.
Julie, where did you guys meet? Because, of course, Addison, you're American, you're South African.
Yeah.
How did this come together?
We met in the location, actually. It's called Maspumelele, and in a tavern. I don't know, some call it a shipin, but it's not that ghetto. And
you've ruined that sentence already, girl.
No, it's not that.
Done,
it's a nice one, because if he could go there, then that
you
means
know.
It's a tourist. It's on the tourist track.
So
okay,
he
cool,
was with his friends, obviously, and I was with my friends, and he kept on staring, and they were like, Abo, that Mlungu is looking at you. And I was like, Abo, what Mlungu? And they were like, no, just go to him and ask him to dance. I was like, there's no way I'm going to do that. No. What about my respect of my worth? So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Then I obviously had to go over to him, because my friends were like, just go, because you're single, and he's looking. So I was like, okay, let me go just go ask him to dance, and from there everything flew nicely. We were jamming, we connected very well. So I was like, okay, this is my man, okay?
My man.
Okay, let's get the untruthful version. Can you please take us through how it played from your perspective?
The exact same. My friends were just like, do you like her? And I'm like, yeah, she's the nicest one in this whole place. And they were like, well, we know her. And then she came over, we started talking. I'm like, wow, she's actually like, can speak English. And like, I don't know how it was gonna be. And it was perfect. It was like, wow, she's actually just South African, but I can relate to everything she's saying. And
wow.
It's perfect,
It's a moment that I think a lot of people in the world are having right now, because we are connecting in a way like we never. Is he your type?
First of all, he wasn't my type.
Don't break up a happy home.
He was wearing glasses to begin with, so I was like, he's kind of nerdish. But okay, when he took off the glasses, I was like, okay. And on our second date, actually, everything went well as well. And he was laughing. He didn't judge me. I was clumsy. I made the forks fall and stuff, and he was just going with it and laughing at me.
Icebreakers.
So I was like, you know what?
I love that.
I like this guy. He's not even judging me, and we're flowing nicely. So
that's
it is what it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm really curious between you guys, because you obviously come from different backgrounds. What were some of the cultural adjustments that you had to make in growing a family and growing a relationship between you guys?
I would just say how we both grew up were completely different. So like, she grew up more strict, and I grew up more laid back. And just the way we speak to some things that I say came across differently, and some things she says came across differently. So we had to like learn each other.
Like recalibrate.
Yeah, exactly. But after we figured that out, like, she's like the strict one, I'm the laid back dad, and we just chill now, and you know.
The perfect balance.
Exactly. Albeit you could probably get on your fucking hands and knees a bit more often.
She's trying to teach me how to clean some clothes, but I can't clean clothes by hand.
Unless he's so useless, and that's, I often find that if you side seat driving.
I always tell him that's useless, because one day we're not going to have a washing machine, and what's going to happen?
Oh.
We need to teach our kids that as well. So.
I don't know if that's going to be a real possibility, but
load shedding.
right on.
We have load shedding, so imagine a whole week of load shedding.
No water,
and when you wash, you must make that sound.
I don't know how
you know what
that
I'm saying?
happens.
Come on.
That sound.
Oh man, I'm both happy and sad for you at the same time. I can feel this. Can I be blatantly honest here and ask both of you, because I'm sure this is coming from a very different perspective, cultural, racial pushback on both of your sides. You must have. This is the world that we live in, more polarized than we have ever experienced before, I think, or at least more visibly polarized.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that directly?
Honestly, at the beginning we got some like dirty stares every now and then when we'd go out in public. but no one ever really says anything, and there's those very few minority comments, you know, you get about that, but
and you'd
honestly,
expect that,
we have like no haters though. Like
amazing.
Our community is our family.
It would only
really
be like
crazy.
maybe from the, I'm not trying to do anything here, but like the comments from overseas, they'll be like, he's using you or she's using you and stuff like that.
Ignorance.
But we just block the noise out.
Because you know why you're
Yeah, we know why we're together, and we just connected from the beginning, so there's nothing they can do or change. about
The bond is
situation.
strong.
Strong.
Forever.
And
it just gets stronger.
Once you go black,
Exactly.
you can never go back.
Oh, girl,
Oh,
do you
yes.
hear what she said?
Oh, yes.
You never go back.
No, I see he's getting his excited face again. Let's just calm him down. We're
I
back in
love
the
this.
tavern now, and it's just going pear.
So when it comes to parenting as well, which you guys share and do together, why was it so important for you to share that with your community too, especially considering your different backgrounds?
Yeah, so we wanted to show them the blended family actually, and how we manage it as well. I mean, because stuff like this you don't really see. People are still scared to come out like that, and we wanted to show them that it's real, it's happening, we're having fun with it, and people that watches us love honesty, and that's all we're giving to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a choice, really.
don't
I think
have
you
a
guys
choice.
have one gear.
No, we're authentic, as you saw with the other
that's your
video.
way. But I suppose
What's
the beautiful...
happening in this video?
I know.
Oh my God.
I know that. Well, can we just chat about that for the next 10 minutes? Just leave that on.
Yeah.
I take back what I said earlier about the whole thing. We're going to continue this conversation, but I would like you to think on and ruminate on this idea, because it feels like you would have to become a lot more intentional about the parts of your culture that you love and you want to then teach and for your kids to embrace. I want you to think about what's important to you in that lane, because clearly you're getting that right as well if you feel like individually you have the space, which is beautiful. So we are learning things this morning. Couple goals on another level.
Oh, I'm telling you, not even ready. If you follow them online, you already know, but we'll get more into this in a bit. Right now, Cameron Ward, we hand over to him and the band to get into the first little bit of performances for today. It's going to be incredible.
The song we're about to perform for you this morning is called Love. Please enjoy.
How did that feel?
Brilliant, beautiful.
Absolutely amazing. You guys were phenomenal. Please take a bow. I'm not going to bow. You all need to bow because you're amazing. Cameron Ward and his wards are here, and they are not going anywhere. They're going to be performing to see us throughout the last hour of the show. Then we're going to continue that hugely important blended family discussion in honor of Heritage Month. We are moving forward. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Quick question. How does 480,000 Rand in your bank account sound? Well, that's what's up for grabs in the estimated jackpot today, but you've got to play your daily lotto. And it is a big, but you've got to do it and do it now, because I'm feeling a lot of people are going to be embracing this Monday feeling. So you can go online, or you can go in store when they're open. You can go online right now, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking setup, or you can just dial *120 *7529# and get the USSD sent directly to your phone. So easy. Do not get left behind. Just pick one option, and if you can't decide, go over to the Expresso socials, have a look. We've got it all there, and you can plug yourself into a massive opportunity. In fact, 480,000 opportunities. And that's what's up for grabs in your daily lotto. So you can contemplate those winning numbers as we contemplate a little bit of sport not winning this weekend. Now, there were some massive high points. As we enter into the final hour of the show, lots to talk about. Maybe you took a gander at the blood moon eclipse last night. Tough one trying to get my kids to go to sleep after that. But let's see if anything else is breaking on the planet, across the planet, as we get into those global and local headlines.
Thank you so much, Gray. With just a minute before we hit the top of the hour, we've got to get into our first or last bit of national news headlines first. Where Eskom's 2025-2026 summer outlook forecasts no planned load shedding, supported by improved maintenance as well as additional grid capacity. Now, unplanned losses are expected below 15,000 megawatts, ending structural load shedding. Electricity stability is stronger than in winter, though load reduction challenges do remain, which Eskom aims to address over 12 to 18 months. Now, officials also announced plans for a single-digit tariff environment to balance sustainability with affordability. The utility is reviewing pricing while restoring investor confidence through predictability, operational reliability, and long-term power security. In other news in the country, Justice Minister Mamoloko Kubai condemned the murder of insolvency lawyer Boa van Niekerk, son of renowned Stellenbosch University philosophy professor Anton van Niekerk, who was shot dead at his Saxon World office. Now, police are investigating 4 suspects with motives still unclear as Van Niekerk handled high-profile cases, including an alleged Ponzi scheme. Now, the killing highlights risks faced by those probing state capture and corruption. Parliament's Portfolio Committee noted unresolved cases where investigators were targeted. Now, authorities are urging stronger protection for legal professionals handling sensitive corruption investigations. Now let's take a look at your international newsmaking headlines, where the government of Zambia and the family of late President Edgar Chagwa Lungu have begun mediated talks to resolve funeral arrangement disputes following his June 2025 passing. Now, discussions aim to balance national protocols with family wishes while upholding dignity. Now, both parties urge the public to respect privacy. The mediation process is expected to provide a culturally sensitive resolution, ending weeks of uncertainty and ensuring that state traditions and family preferences are considered in planning the late president's burial. Meanwhile, Israeli forces advanced near Gaza City after launching an offensive last month, with 14 killed overnight, including at a school sheltering displaced Palestinians. Now, Israeli officials said the war could end if Hamas released hostages and disarmed, while Hamas said hostages would only be freed if Israel withdrew. Meanwhile, more than 15,000 protesters rallied across Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, calling for the release of remaining hostages and a resolution to the conflict. Now, reports indicate 48 hostages remain, with around 20 believed alive as violence continues. And finally, closing off your news on this Monday morning, in the Sunbet Arena in Pretoria that lit up with joy on Saturday as the Ubuntu with Korean Cultural Festival brought South African and South Korean talent together ahead of South Africa's G20 summit hosting. Now, thousands attended, with K-pop star Ailey making history as the first South Korean soloist to perform in South Africa, visibly moved by the crowd's love. Now, the Ndlovu Youth Choir paid tribute to Hugh Masekela before dazzling with a BTS hit turned Amapiano anthem. Now, from the K-Tigers' thrilling taekwondo stunts to a vibrant hanbok fashion show, the event overflowed with color, lots of energy, and of course unity, celebrating true Ubuntu across cultures. And this in our beautiful Heritage Month as well. We hope for more of that going forward. So we leave your news for now. Let's get into your final sporting highlights with Graham.
Been trying to keep myself propped up all morning. I think like all South Africans, it was a tough one in sport. Let's start with the rugby. The All Blacks were in unbelievable form, and they beat the Springboks 24-17 in a fierce rugby championship clash at the famed Eden Park, now extending their unbeaten run at that venue to 51 games. It was going to be tough. So early tries from Imoni Narawa and Will Jordan certainly set the tone, while Ardie Savea turned his form around, marking his 100th test with a crucial late turnover. South Africa did rally through Malcolm Marx and Kobus Reinach, but errors proved too costly in the end. Now let's get into some football, and South Africa in the pound seat. They strengthened their World Cup qualifying hopes with a brilliant 3-0 win over Lesotho in Bloemfontein over the weekend. Mogawan Kota opening the scoring before second-half goals from Lyle Foster and Osmond Apollos sealed the result. So Bafana, as a result, are now 5 points clear at the top of Group C, favourites to secure direct qualification in a very tough group. Now we turn to cricket, and an absolute collapse, one of our worst in fact, and a brilliant performance from Jofra Archer, who ripped through the South African top order with 4 for 10 runs as England sealed a record 342-run ODI victory at Southampton yesterday. Centuries from Jacob Bethel and Joe Root powered England to a massive 414 for just 5 before the Proteas collapsed to 72 all out. So despite losing the series 2-1, England get the bragging rights, their win marking the biggest margin in ODI history. It's going to be a tough one to recover from. Likewise, the ladies in the World Cup last night. France overpowered the Springbok women 57-10 in Northampton to top their World Cup pool. So reduced to 14 players critically after Chumisa Kwawe's red card, a yellow that was then upgraded. South Africa struggled defensively and France ran in 9 tries. There was some resistance, Nadine Roos scoring a late consolation try, but the Boks must look forward. They face a daunting quarter-final prospect. It's New Zealand in Exeter this coming Saturday, but the ladies, I think, have something special behind them in this particular moment, so we won't close that door. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Well done, South Africa, for surviving this weekend. Let's make sure you survive the traffic and get you to work safely.
Thank you, Graham. Let's touch down with your roads for the final time on this Monday morning. Out in Gauteng in Johannesburg, there is a stationary vehicle, and that's on the N3 southbound after Modderfontein Road. Now, currently, the right lane is closed, resulting in extremely slow-moving traffic. So do exercise some patience if you are using that affected route. And then going to my space of upbringing, Cape Town out in Strandfontein, heavy delays are being experienced along the N2 outbound ramp to Baden-Powell. Now, motorists are urged to make use of an alternate route at the moment. And wherever you are headed this morning in Mzansi, please stay safe and remember to buckle up and be great on those roads. So we leave your roads for now. Let's see what's happening in your weather. In your weather news, the South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 4 warning for severe thunderstorms. That's over northwestern KwaZulu-Natal, bringing strong winds, heavy lightning, as well as hail likely to damage infrastructure, vehicles, and cause major travel disruptions. Now, a yellow level 2 warning has been issued for western KwaZulu-Natal, central and escarpment areas of Mpumalanga, and the extreme east of the Free State, where localized damage is possible. Now, meanwhile, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected over the western northwest, as well as parts of the Northern Cape. All right, we got to do it. It's our sunrise view of this hour. Now, I will say South Africa got to experience the total lunar eclipse, popularly known as a blood moon, yesterday evening. And some of you, our beloved viewers, shared some of your images. So let's replace the sunrise view with that one at the moment. It was a celestial event of note. This one, gorgeous, from Fatah Khan. Thank you so much for showing us. Thank you for showing us that beautiful view over the harbor there with I almost said the sun, with the moon in the background, that blood moon. We also have Louise Sherry that got in touch. Oh my gosh, Alberton. Oh, the moon was shining brightly on that side of the world. Absolutely love that. Also, what phone do you use? My goodness, please plug us all. And then we've got another one coming through. Let's see, Sindiswa. Wow, Sindiswa from Muizenberg, representing the mother city. Thank you so much for sharing that really rare view of the beautiful blood moon. My goodness, I think that is where we leave things for now in terms of your morning view or your evening view. And thank you so much for sharing that with us. For now, though, let's get into your temperatures.
Thank you to the regulars for showing us the beautiful moon last night. That one photo, I think, was taken with like a telescopic lens. Absolutely awesome when you get to show your kids these moments. It was a bit difficult talking them back to bedtime stories
I can
after things
imagine.
like Puss in Boots, The Last Wish,
you think a
and Blood
werewolf
Moon.
is going to
and-
like
yeah,
come out the
exactly.
corner?
Then my son convinced my sister she was going to turn into a vampire, but then I had her convinced that she would be the best vampire ever, and then it was okay. But as long as all of us were then vampires, then we'd be okay. No, we like to talk things through being a work wife and husband, multicultural that we are. But I wanted to get some advice from you, being in a relationship that I want to paint with a multicultural brush, but I think you just see a man and a woman, right?
I mean, I do. I can't take away from the fact that my husband is a black man in South Africa, half Zambian, half Zulu, and I'm a colored woman in South Africa. But honestly, when we see each other, we're just like, yo, babe, what's good? It doesn't always, it's not always at the forefront that we are, I mean, not really from that different backgrounds, but
yeah, and I think that's been the starkest kind of hit here, is that we are all on a baseline just the same. When it comes to men and women, we drive each other mad, and I cannot wait to get into that conversation. Now, we're going to continue to explore a very valuable space for critical thinking on the other side of this.
Yep.
We see the person behind the banking profile. We see your story. Expresso was proudly brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
The rumors are true. It is your feel-good breakfast show. Thank you for choosing us this morning. It is, of course, S3 with Expresso. Now, it's Heritage Month too, and Love often does the daily work of blending cultures at home. And today we meet two Cape Town couples whose stories show different paths to the same place, which is RESPECT. It's all about respect and love at the end of the day between Adrian Endley and Stefanie Blanche, who shared the Afrikaans language, yet come from different racial histories, but their bond asks what shared speech can and cannot bridge. Now, Judy Logan, a Xhosa Black South African, and Adi Logan, an American, are raising a son in a home where isiXhosa as well as U.S. traditions sit side by side. Now, their stories are honest and funny and, of course, practical about listening closely, choosing curiosity, and building a family culture on purpose at the end of the day. You see, I would have also brought my man here because he's a half South African, half Zambian individual too, and we recently got married, as you'll know, which is really exciting. And we also kind of navigate the spaces of culture, multiculturalism, and multiracialism in South Africa. But we kind of do it well, I would say. And I'm looking at you guys going, yeah, you guys also know exactly what's going on. But Stefanie, let's start with you and ask you what sort of drew your eyes over to this side of the world, to Adrian. Besides his looks, what else was there?
Well, to be fair, I did look like his eyes very much. I thought he had very kind eyes. Okay. But when we started chatting, I realized our values align and we see the world in a very similar way. And he thinks it's quite funny. I think I'm quite funny. So yeah, it just kind of it seemed to work.
Okay, so you agree that she is funny?
Yeah.
Is she the funnier one in the relationship?
She has her moments.
Oh.
I think I'm quite funny.
Yeah. I think you said that you're funnier, so you can take that. That's beautiful. I love the fact that you looked into his eyes when you said that. Hope that wasn't the first time you heard that.
No.
She tells you often?
She does.
Oh, stop it. Love lives here. Okay, let's move on over to you guys as well. Eddie, when you first met Judy in the tavern, as you saw out in Masipemelele, what moment do you have in your mind when you thought, you know what, I can actually build a life here?
So I already knew, I love the vibe here. Everyone that I met, they just treated me like family. So I already was like, all right, I'm gonna move to South Africa. And then when I met her, that was the sweet spot. That was the no-brainer. All right, 100% I'm moving here.
Oh my God.
So I already knew I was gonna move here the first time I came, just because everyone was so friendly, everyone was so nice. I'm like, this is way better than America.
Oh, I mean, I love that for you. Did you only visit Cape Town at that time?
That was my first time.
Okay, can we confirm that we are the friendliest city?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
sure.
of course. She said absolutely.
Yeah.
You are very friendly with that man, I will say. And now you guys are here 3 years later as well, which is so beautiful. And I love the fact that we've got so much of South Africa and beyond representing right here on the couch. I'm going to come to you, Eddie. You guys share a beautiful language, Afrikaans. And do you speak in Afrikaans to each other? You speak in English, a bit of both?
Yeah, well, it's funny because my family's Afrikaans, but obviously went to an English school, so I'm a lot more English, but Stefanie doesn't encourage me to speak Afrikaans.
Oh, just by a mooi.
Even though I feel like my Afrikaans sounds terrible, she does encourage me, and she only laughs at me a little bit when I get things
The laughing is part of the learning as well. Do you know what I mean? But what sort of shared values that you were talking about earlier, Stefanie, do you guys share that brought you to this point?
Well, we have the same religion in common, which I think Christianity, we do have a lot of similar values as well.
Okay.
But yes, I think just he's really caring. I saw that with his friends, with his family. He really takes a lot of time to make sure that they all feel appreciated, which is something that is also very important to me. So yeah, that's just one of the values.
I feel like there's quite a big overlap between coloured households and white Afrikaans households. Some of shared values, mutual respect for elders, just the way you sort of conduct yourself. So it was just so interesting. The more we sort of unpacked our family life, just the similarities we saw was actually really interesting.
That's so cute. So I heard from Stefanie that you've got great eyes and you're also super caring. Now it's your turn. What do you love about her?
Well, I mean, where do I begin? Obviously, Stefanie, she's a beautiful woman, as you can all tell. But yeah, she's very caring. And I think the one thing that sort of struck me immediately about Stefanie was just how caring she was about what was happening around her. She's not a very ignorant person to what is happening in the world around her. Obviously, she's very informed, but she also just cares deeply for the people around her, for the state that our country's in.
Yeah.
And I just thought that there were just so many things that we just would agree on, and we just have we have these moments where we're just sort of thinking the exact same thing, which I haven't found with many people. Also, she really liked Hamilton, which I love as well.
Oh, okay.
The musical, not the F1 driver.
Or both.
Both is fine as well. But yeah, it was just small things like that. It was like there were just so many things which I thought was quite niche that I enjoy that she also really liked.
Oh, that's beautiful. How about sports? Are you into it?
Not as much as he is, but I love supporting him, watching his teams play.
Yes. Which soccer team are you supporting him?
I support Man United,
Okay.
which she doesn't love
You
having
hear
to
the
support.
collective in the room.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry, girl.
Me too.
She has to watch me watch Man United and be very depressed most of the time. Yeah.
Well, that's why she's there with a good heart to make sure that you're doing well. A beautiful couple on that side of the room. Okay, so this side of the room is like Afrikaans culture, colored culture being represented, and you're bringing it, the Xhosa side to your side. Okay, so what sort of values did you make sure were present within your relationship?
Ubuntu.
Yes.
Which brings together, which means togetherness. So what happens is that, like, they lack that a bit in America. Everyone is on their own space and stuff and this side we're all loving, we're all caring. So I made sure that I bring the same spirit into my home as well.
That's beautiful. And do you feel it?
Yeah, 100%. And when I first came here, whenever I would go to the stores or anything, I would just go straight to the person working there and be like, I need this. And I had to learn, she taught me, you have to greet first. You have to say, hi, how are you? And then ask for it. So that was like a big cultural change, actually.
Yeah.
And it's actually made me kind of like slow down and just like talk more to people, be more friendly.
Connect with people.
Yeah, exactly. It makes it actually better to go out in public now and just
I love that.
treat people that way.
Yeah. You've got to see people before you even engage with them. Also, walking into a room, acknowledge the people present before you even do
Exactly, you have to
else.
greet.
Gotta greet, man. And I think that we all going, because we know that growing up, the aunties say, hey, don't you greet, bro. You have to do that. All right, so let's move over to here. Asking about kind of like your histories and what conversations, if you had any, that the two of you had to have coming from similar but different backgrounds as well. Did you have to bridge that at any point in your relationship?
Not actually, no.
not
We've do acknowledge and know that we have different histories and we come from different contexts, but we're both politically informed and we are aware of what's happening in our country and in the world. So for us, it has not been necessary to like have a sit-down conversation and talk about it. But for some couples, that might be necessary. You know, you might have a conversation and not realize that you're saying something that could be seen as harmful or hurtful towards your partner. And then it's really important to have that sit-down conversation, one-on-one, be like, hi, actually, that was not very cool. So,
and lead with kindness, I think, more than anything, because your intention is always in the right place, right? All right, well, we'll continue this conversation in just a little bit. Couple goals on the couch right now. I absolutely love them. And we'll ask them to stay for just a little bit longer to delve deeper into all things to do with love in just a bit.
And that's the theme of this month, lead with love. So let that kind of set your true north in everything that you're doing. Except right now, I don't want love to motivate you. I want nerves of steel because my nerves can't even handle this and I'm not even taking part. Guys, this is hectic. You need to buckle up for this week's World Sports Betting Cash Out game. It's been intense. You can watch your winnings soar higher with every second, but the challenge is simple. You can see this plane and it looks like a simple prospect, but now it's taken off and you've lost your money, okay? The idea here is you've got to cash out before the plane vanishes or you miss out on your chance to land the big win. So far we've given away just over 5,500 Rand over the past 5 weeks, and we've had a lot of people not hold their nerve, but you could, and you could do it this Friday on Air Pilot. You could win between 1,000 as a guaranteed and 10,000 Rand, but if you cash out in time, and therein lies the secret. So to enter, reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages right now and tell us this. When playing any cash out game at World Sports Betting, what's your strategy? Cash out early and make sure you get the money, or ride it out and hope for the big win? Can your guts handle it? I want to know from you. Let us know and hashtag at World Sports Betting in that comment so that we know it qualifies for the competition. And the comp closes at 10 a.m. this Thursday, the 11th of September. This is going to get a lot of entries. Make yours amazing and start working on that ice in the veins. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Right now, we're continuing the conversation on interracial dating, moving on to the practical stuff, meeting families, making new traditions, and oh my goodness, most importantly, setting boundaries, and also answering ignorance with so much love and grace. And we still have our beautiful couples on our couch right now. I need to get into your questions before I even cover mine in terms of navigating those spaces, because maybe I'm going to take some tips from you, all right? For example, Adrian, when you guys met each other's families, how did that go? Was there anything that you were concerned about before? Did you have to have a conversation? Did anything come up with her parents, your parents, that made you side-eye one another? How did it all play out?
I think that's always the biggest stressor, is sort of meeting the family. I know for me personally, like my family were pretty chilled to meet Stefani. They didn't have too many questions to ask, but I know that Stefani had some sort of stresses beforehand. I know that she actually had a conversation with her parents to be like, look, is there anything you guys want to know? Like, obviously, we're coming from different backgrounds. Like, what do you need to know? And yeah, I think that conversation went well.
Yeah, they had a lot of questions. I can imagine. So I was like, cool, let's sit down before you meet Adrian and we can just run through them. And yeah, I feel like they left with a lot of understanding, and that made the process of meeting him much smoother.
Yeah, I must say that like the process of meeting him was great. And I mean, I spent a lot of time with him since, and it's been wonderful.
You're in the family now.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think that's so beautiful, because you also created a safer space for him to come into your family with, instead of just coldly meeting him and then they've now got questions that they've got to ask him, you know, or treat him a little bit awkwardly. So I'm glad it all went well. And also a note to any families out there, again, I think that we are more similar than we are different. I mean, with you guys as well, Judy, do people still make assumptions about your relationship when they see you on screen or in person?
Yeah, most think that it won't work or we won't last, but love has no color. So we're here to show them every day that it's actually going to work, and we're going to make it work. So
that's so beautiful. And I'm sure when you see each other, it's not like you are seeing a white man or you are seeing a black
Sometimes
woman.
I do tease him. I'm like, I'm logo.
Yes,
of course. But at the end of the day, we see no color.
That's your person.
Yeah, it's my man.
Oh, and that's your girl.
Exactly.
I absolutely love that, man. Stefani, do you have any joint traditions that you guys share? Be it food, be it culture, be it holidays?
Well, we, as I mentioned earlier, we're like similar religion-like traditions. Yeah. But this was the first year that I've had pickled fish over Easter.
Stop it! And what was that? I was trying to convince my work husband, Graham. How was that for you?
It was so good.
I'm telling you.
Genuinely so good.
Delicious.
Would recommend. So yeah, that's
Was it made by your mum, or did you buy it?
No, so actually we went out for lunch. So we were at this lovely restaurant and they made it.
And they served pickled fish.
Yeah.
Oh, we've come a long way.
No,
oh my goodness.
It was so good. I don't want to say it's the best I've had.
Don't, because your mum is watching.
Yeah. But it was good.
It was pretty good. Oh, I love that. Okay, hopefully you'll also pick up on some traditions on her end as we move on forward as well. But Addison, I want to come to you talking about your community, right?
Yeah.
It is strong, it is huge, it is beautiful, but it also allows for a space for people to overstep.
Yeah.
Especially because they feel super connected.
Definitely.
So how do you establish boundaries?
Yeah, so we shoot the content we want to shoot, pretty much. And we keep our son's private life private, of course.
Yeah.
And that's really it. It's like I said, everyone's like a big part of the family.
Yeah.
So they're let in on almost everything. But, you know, certain
nothing
things.
to hide.
Yeah, certain things we just keep not public, and that's just how it is.
Yeah. And how do you deal with people who do overstep or do, you know?
Yeah, so
overstep
like
your
some
boundaries?
people might when we take a video of our son and he might be in a school uniform, they might comment actually what the school is. And we don't really like that.
Yeah,
so
we don't.
we've actually, that's only happened I think 3 times, and we'll actually go out and message them and they apologize and they're actually super understanding. So it hasn't happened much, but when it happens, we just talk to the people. Yeah, exactly, and it's fine.
Okay, beautiful. Listen, when it comes to culture, when it comes to tradition, as South Africans, I think we all share this actually, but now you know more about it. When you're going to the freezer and you're looking for ice cream and you're opening the Tupperware, what do you find inside? Because why is it not ice cream is the question. Addison, were you shook?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what are you frozen food?
I guess I just have to get used to it. Honestly.
The day you open it and you find ice cream itself is going to be a good day.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Definitely.
my gosh. I'm so sorry, but I mean, welcome to South Africa.
Yeah, thank you.
When it comes to overstepping on your guys' parts, I mean, have you had stares, have you had comments, and how do you address that, maybe even as a team?
I feel like it's really interesting because personally, I don't think we've had too many comments or weird things. Obviously, I feel like there's some comments that are made to me, you know. I feel like there's especially comments made to people of color who dating someone white. They're like, oh, you think you're better dating someone that's white who's not like your own race, like, and like,
think you've made it.
Yeah, like comments like that are like really unnecessary, but it's kind of like, it comes from a space of like ignorance, obviously, and it's like you want to sort of address that and be like, no, that's actually just not the case. Like, I actually just like this person. But to be fair, I don't think we've had too many instances like that, so it's been quite nice, to be fair.
Yeah, maybe a stay here or there, but nothing like being like, hey.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just feel like we can take a moment to even celebrate how far we've come in 30 plus years of democracy.
Definitely.
Not to say this is anything new. I mean, interracial and intercultural couples have been around forever, but the fact that we can just walk hand in hand, the fact that we don't have as many stares or people saying things and throwing stuff at you, it's a beautiful thing to embrace, right?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine this coupling didn't happen before. Imagine I didn't get my husband. I mean, come on. So that is really something that I could say in South Africa. We're doing well, and of course there are places we could improve, but I think that we're on the way. Yeah? And I mean, coming from a place like America, have you been?
Not yet, not yet.
How do you think that experience will be for you?
I think it'll be tougher than South Africa.
Yeah?
Definitely. Especially where I'm from, it's Florida, more south, so you get more of the traditional people there.
Of course.
So, yeah, we might get a few more comments than stares.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see when we go.
Okay, well, good luck, and then come back and report.
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
No, don't want to know what it's
I'll
like.
let you guys know.
You'll see on TikTok.
We'll see a TikTok video or vlog or something.
Yeah.
Have you learned any Xhosa phrases or South African phrases?
Yeah, I mean, Hi Eddie is the most common one.
Hi,
I
Eddie.
mean, that's like a 30 plus happening a day. Like, it could be a good thing, bad thing, funny thing. It means many things. Just like a lot of Xhosa actual words mean so many things. So I've learned a lot. I started with the cuss words.
I was about to ask, but now I take that back. And any South African phrases? Do you throw an awe in now and then?
Yeah, every now and then, or like exe or something like that, you know.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Well done, Judy. You're doing a great job.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Guys, I just want to actually end on this. If anybody at home right now is in an interracial or multicultural relationship that, you know, wants to kind of bridge the gap and move forward, what advice do you have for them in terms of their love and in terms of just embracing it?
So I would say you should listen to your partner, because once you listen, you get a better understanding. So especially in a couple like us, so it makes everything much more better to communicate as well. So just listen to your partner. If you listen, then everything's going to go well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
How about you, Addison?
Yeah, I think it goes hand in hand with that. Like, the way I say certain things might come across different, the same thing. So if you don't understand, be like, what did you mean by that? And then you really understand, because there's a lot of times where I've said something and it comes off completely different than what I meant it in the same way for her. And then we just like get into a little argument and they're like, wait, I didn't even mean it like that. You know? And then,
The tone might have been a bit awful.
Like the F word in their culture, they use it a lot. He used it with his mom as well. And sometimes he uses it with me, and I'm like, why are you saying that?
Why are you swearing at me?
But then I didn't mean it like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. Now I get it. Now I got to understand that. So listening is very important.
Okay. Lasting words from Stefanie and Adrian?
I think, similar to what you guys said, but be open to hearing feedback. Maybe not being like, okay, but no, I'm going to take offense to this immediately. Be like, oh, okay, wait, let me hear what they have to say. I think that is something that's really important.
Yeah, and I think it's easy to sort of ignore things, and then it builds up, just like with anything, really. I mean, it's a cliche, but communication is very important. Just being like, hey, like, I need to understand that a bit better. Like, I actually didn't
Yeah.
know that. It is a cliche, but it is true, you know. So
And it works across all relationships.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
the fact that you guys are embracing that. The big C word, communication. And always, like we mentioned a bit earlier, leading with joy, leading with heart. Thank you guys so much. That was so
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can catch them on your socials as well. Keep up to date with the beautiful couples, okay? And we'll see what they have going forward. Maybe we'll bring them back on the couch in just a bit. Thanks, guys. So
Thank you.
Okay, so just before all of our American viewers go and search for that tavern in Massey, just calm down. Okay, we're going to play some nice romantic music to get everyone into the vibe. We are truly blessed to be friends with this guy. Cameron Ward is very special, not just because he's an amazing guy, but because he's doing something for everyone around him within the musical space. And that comes to bear in the Cameron Ward Foundation Senior Band, who are amazing. Now on the stage right now to perform an absolute banger, and yes, it is quite romantic, What You Do. Take it away.
Where are you tonight? Where have you been hiding? Tell me how you feel about me and you. Yeah, it's been a while after all this time. Thoughts will come rushing in over my mind. It's what you do to me. All I ever wanted was you close to me, and I can't help it. That's what you do to me. All I ever wanted was you close to me, and I can't help it. Baby, take your time. You make up your mind. I have all to give, only you can be mine. With you I'm blind. I always cross the line. All I see is stars of you all over my mind. It's what you do to me. All I ever wanted was you close to me, and I can't help it. That's what you do to me. All I ever wanted was you close to me, and I can't help it. You feel it when we're close. I see you try to hide away behind those eyes, and now and then it shows. Baby, let me know. Tell me all you're feeling, and I'll give you a reason not to go. All I ever wanted was you close to me, and I can't help it. That's what you do to me. All I ever wanted was you close to me, and I can't help it.
Sure, I was here the whole time. I just blended beautifully. First of all, how many arms do you have? Are you hiding an extra arm in there? I don't know how you do that, dude. And you're not even looking at the thing that you're playing. You're over there. It's amazing. The face is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But that's my favorite game, is to actually just go from band member to band member and look at you guys, the love and the joy of what you're doing, but the focus is insane. So I would imagine this is top tier. For young people wanting to get into the space, we are going to put details up on all of our social media platforms so that you can plug in and get on board. But we love what you are doing with these young people. Absolutely amazing. You can tell he doesn't have a microphone on, so he's not allowed to talk to me right now. And I love that for you, because he talks as much as me. After the break, we're going to be creating something beautiful. We are highlighting the most amazing produce. We're going to combine blue cheese with apple. It looks amazing. It's going to be the healthiest breakfast we have ever had after this.
We connect more countries than any other airline. Turkish Airlines.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the kitchen. Yes, but hold your horses, okay? Slow down. We've got something delicious to make, but it's only going to take us 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, so we don't want to rush the process. And we want to take a moment to enjoy the scenery, because I think that's the best part of the journey for me. Some journeys are spectacular, and I think Travel Month gives us an opportunity to celebrate this in the best way by getting out there and exploring. I think these spaces become the highlight of the adventure, the route that you took to get there. And South Africa is blessed with routes that feel like moving postcards literally in every direction. Every turn reveals another breathtaking view, from the sweeping curves of Chapman's Peak, which is amazing, to the rolling Drakensberg passes. Oh, miss that. Our roads are proof that the open road isn't just transport, it is the experience. So I want to talk about, I know we talk about the garden route all the time, and it has made the biggest impact, I think, on pound-for-pound value on a road trip. But I've seen some other things that I know I would not have if the show didn't force me to go out and explore. So I'm going to say Graafrenet. It's got a weird familial history for me. I didn't realize my dad actually passed away there.
Wow.
Crazy, I know. And it took me years to figure this out, running a hospice.
Sure.
And I discovered all of this doing one of these journeys to go out and learn and discover. And it was one of the best things that I've ever done. Little Graaf Reinet punches above its weight class, but the geological backing, what you can see a sunrise over a lake and a mountain that I'm like, how is not the whole world seeing this? So for me, I'm going to say either Clarence or Graaf Reinet are probably my two favorites. For you?
I love that. I remember going to Graaf Reinet when I was in grade 11, and it was one of those places that I will never forget. I really like, what is this place called? Is it Gullis? Is it a Gullis? No. It's along the coast. It starts with an A. I'm going to get it. It's also like a beach town. It's really beautiful. Is it a Gullis?
Could be.
I think it might be. It is so good. Honestly.
Oh, 100% girl. Yeah. Oh, no, I know what you mean.
Is unreal. Also small dorpie, but like the fact that it's just got that quiet confidence and the beach and the...
but it's also ready for like an international tourist. This is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
For me, I love the fact when you leave Cape Town, for instance, it feels like you're driving through Lord of the Rings. Yeah. When you hit the mountains, it's just magical for me. Is it seaside for you? Is it an open Karoo night sky? Is
Always
it mountains?
Seaside. I love a coastal place because I think I grew up in Strandfontein, like on the beach, basically. I'm always looking for it. It brings me peace. It brings me joy.
Blue energy,
the smell of the ocean, the sound of it alone, like that's a holiday in and of itself.
And how often do we take it for granted that that's like,
right here.
It's there. I could throw a stone. I'm weak now, but I could throw a stone. Almost there. The bottom line is, here we are not talking about our destinations. We're talking about the route getting there. That is crazy. So it is your turn now to do the same. We want to know which drive you think deserves to be crowned South Africa's ultimate scenic drive. Wow, I'm conflicted. Let us know on the Expresso social media pages. Please help us out. Remember, you could also be fueling your own unforgettable journey with Shell. And all you have to do is spend 750 Rand or more, then tap or scan your B Plus rewards card 3 times this month. Just 3. And you could win literally one of 5 once-in-a-lifetime road trips and track experiences for 2. Powered, of course, by Shell V-Power, and those T's and C's do apply. I'm going to say good luck, but not with all of my energy, because I don't know if we can take part in that competition. No, we do need some energy, and luckily, this particular recipe is going to give us energy.
So good.
I'm loving this. It's giving me Waldorf salad vibes.
Yeah, with the walnuts.
Walnuts and the blue cheese.
Yeah.
Beautiful. How are we going to combine it with the dressing? I don't know, but I'm officially on coring duty.
Okay.
Normally, they don't let me use the burner or the decor apple, which we went through the health benefits earlier. It is magic. It's a little mini superfood.
And I'm pretty sure that's a Granny Smith too. I can tell my kind from a mile away, and it's going to bring a nice.
We've moved away from that conversation. Okay. She wants me to do this live on air. I'm going to try it. Ooh. I can understand why my mom wouldn't have let me do this when I was a child, because I shouldn't have. But look at that.
Stunning, Graham. Can you see me?
I'm going to make some apple glasses. Hang on. What are you making? What are you making?
All right, let's get into the salad. I, in fact, have your small whiskey. I'm so glad that they allowed
you got the hero whiskey.
I'm going to go in with some seasoning, because that's the base of everything. Okay. And then we've got some Dijon whole grain mustard.
Nice.
I'm going to throw that on.
We've been using that a lot as a kind of a balancer. Hey, it just
so good.
Adds a bit of funkiness.
We're going to go in with some olive oil as well. Really, really good for salad dressings. And then, of course, bring in the sweetness with some honey. So I'm going to throw, and not hold back either, quite a bit of that in.
What? Sorry, I can't see you.
Can you see me?
I can see you right across. Okay, that's the last immature thing I'll do today, I promise. No, it's not. It's not the last immature.
And then, of course, some lemon or lime juice. And just, I mean, that already looks like a dressing. Stir it up together, and it is good to go.
Beautiful. And I know, like, you'd probably want to go a creamy route with something like this with the Waldorfy vibe, but we've got, like, a beautiful creamy blue cheese.
Exactly.
Which is going to be quite rich. So I think something to cut through that. Yeah. What are you feeling for my mouth's watering so much I can hardly talk, actually. What would you like from a slice?
Really thin slices,
just
like
really,
slivers.
really super,
yeah,
super
that's
thin.
nice. Okay. A good knife, too.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'm winning today. They're letting me use the sharp knife and the apple corer.
With adult supervision.
Can we burn some meringue? I think I'll be allowed to do it. I love
that. Looks so good.
What else went into your dressing there?
All right, so it's just a couple of goodness. Had some lime juice thrown in at the end. I would even throw some chili flakes in here just because I like a bit of a kick. And we just got to mix that together. I think there's a little bit of olive oil that I can just steal over there. And this is going to coat the leaves really well. So when I make a salad, I like to dress my leaves first. And then when you get a bite, everything is just so delicious.
Oh, yeah.
People don't eat salads because they don't make it well enough. It's not just dry and boring. You've got to flavor every single layer.
And you can do it quickly. I think people forget that you can create a whole meal with all this beautiful kind of flavor combination and balance there in a bowl. You don't have to cook it.
And it's filling. I promise you it's filling. You don't even need protein this time.
And I think the diversity of a salad makes it more filling because you're getting a whole lot of different nutrients. So your body gets satiated by getting so many beautiful, healthy things. I think that's looking great.
I think that's good.
I'm going to start popping these on. And I think the look of the salad, it's a gardeny type salad with a bit of zhuzh. So you can, if you're hosting people and you don't want to just give them the typical green salad, this kind of becomes...
the way to go.
And it looks like you've spent a whole lot of money on them. Okay, and you could even be, you could just be using your leftover blue cheese and no one will know.
And the blueberries are such a great addition. I don't know about you, but I love some fruit in a salad. Whether it be strawberries or apple or blueberry,
watermelon, feta, and anchovies. No,
oh, anchovies,
girl.
Okay,
you haven't lived. No, you haven't lived. Listen, Miss Pickled Fish, don't be coming and sticking your little petite nose in the air at my.
Anchovies is where I draw the line. I did see a watermelon sandwich online the other day, though.
Ooh.
It was watermelon, and in between that was some feta, basil, balsamic.
Ooh, hey, hot mess of success loading. I think we want to see that one.
Promise.
Then I'm going to sprinkle.
Look at the colors that's already happening with the
beautiful, hey?
purple.
I'll save a little bit of this to throw.
As Raul always say, eat your rainbow, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think the spoon was for this.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to be running around with blue cheese hands
Only
all day.
blue cheese breath.
Okay.
Okay. There it is.
Albeit last week, every day of the week, I had garlic and what's the other word for coriander that people try and...
Dania,
where they try and sneak it past me.
By any other name, you're still
might have been some bovril in the mix there as well. Then this is for the win. Texture in a salad, I think, is often where we fall short.
I forget,
need
are
a bit of
pecans
crunch.
or walnuts?
These are pecan nuts.
Pecan nuts.
So it's a pecan salad, not a Waldorf salad. But this is lovely. And toast them a little bit, definitely. Just warm up the fats inside the oils, inside the nuts. It's going to release the flavor profile.
Some for us to snack on.
Okay, there we are. I even put you had such a tone there. I even put some back. But this is looking gorgeous. Look, these blueberries are from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Look at how beautiful
the
they
Oompa Loompas made them.
There we go.
All right, and the last
Rock
but
and
not
roll, girl.
least. Oh, yummy.
Wow, that smells. This has got a funky kick here.
Delicious.
And then just finish it off with a couple of our...
Because you can.
Because you must. Why? Because fashion pole.
Exactly.
Now, you need a bit of crunch again, but the sweetness, I think, of these is going to really work to your point. Sweetness in salad, great. Like the heat in a salad as well.
Yeah.
You can put chili in your salads, guys. It's
Do
all
it.
right.
Why
It's allowed
not?
because
Fresh
a salad...
chili, dry chili.
A salad can actually be a real meal. I don't know where I can put that just so that it's...
Now, some people will say, where's the yams, where's the chicken, where's the beef? But I say that is a meal in and of itself.
That's the beef right there. You're going to start beef like that. You don't need it in the salad. The QR code is there to be scanned. This is beautiful, and it looks like an expensive salad.
Yeah.
And I like that for us on a Monday,
I
on
like
a meat-free
it.
Monday.
And they do say an apple a day keeps the Expresso friends right here. And we will be right here. Nobody said that. I said that.
I'll see you later.
We'll see you just now. Come back.
It's got vitamin C in it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Okay, excuse the nuts flying, but we've got something important to say. You've got a punter push to play your daily lotto because there is 480,000 Rand estimated in the jackpot this Monday. Do not get left behind. Get your tickets in store when they open online right now, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app, you can use your own cell phone banking app, or just dial *120 *7529# for USSD.
Oh my gosh, so many ways to access $500,000 or just under. And all these details are on our Expresso social media pages. Please go and check them out. And then Panda Pusha Play Daily Lotto, and that is for an estimated 480,000 Rand jackpot. It only happens today. You could stand a chance to win big, which is what we're feeling right now with Cameron Ward. The Foundation Senior Band is still here and taking to the stage right now to perform So Much Joy.